All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. Man, it's a lot that is going on here in the city of Chicago. Baby, let me tell you, y'all sit on down, child. It's a lot going on with the crime. So, we just got word, as media reports, that people downtown in the Loop, their apartments are being burglarized. In the afternoon, right? A couple of incidents happened. The police have sent out a warning to the residents that is in their apartments, and it's trickling down there because, the crime is being more widespread. It's not only in, the underserved urban communities, it is also spreading to very, very low crime, high income earning areas. So people were talking about it. Now, mind you, we had a brother on our show, and he said, "Hey, maybe crime do need to continue to happen in those areas for people to wake up to have some major solutions." Y'all know we had Brother Muhammad on our show, and it's definitely something that's going on. And then also the mayor Johnson, Brandon Johnson, he had no solutions. I believe that this is not a quick fix. I believe that he's going to have a staff of committee of people together, or all spectrums, from the federal, from community activists, from church, religious leaders, and also, residents and young people. They're going to have to come with some major solutions because it's a lot that is going on out here in the city. I mean, just on last night alone, on the weekend, we just got reports. The numbers are in. And shout out, we just got reports because the numbers are in about the crime that have happened in the city of Chicago. And I want to make sure I get the numbers right because it was very alarming that the numbers are this type of way. And I want to make sure we put it on here. 75 people were shot, 13 dead over the Juneteenth weekend in Chicago. 75 people. These are very alarming numbers that are happening in the city. So, and let's not even talk about the abuse that is happening with Black women. These are very alarming numbers. And like I said, we're trying to get a statement from the mayor, trying to get an interview with him. Because he have to have a strategy. Now, I did understand what he was saying. He said he inherited this problem. Yes, but this is your problem now. We can no longer talk about Lori Lightfoot because she's no longer the mayor of the city. You're now going to have to do some very, very bold decisions to stop the crime, because it's not only happening in the south and the west side of Chicago. Many of they consider urban areas. It is now spreading to downtown with people with money. And let's not say people that don't got money that don't live. It's people that got money that live on the south side, right? But I'm just letting you know that it was going to continue to spread if you don't handle this situation. The governor they have a major shortage. They're missing about 1,500 police officers. And the reason why it's such a shortage is because a lot of officers retired early. And a lot of them moved from Chicago and they moved to other cities, the other states. Some moved to Florida, some moved to Texas, and they're able to get better benefits, more money, less work. So when people say in some parts of the country that are not dealing with high crime, in some parts of the country, some parts of the areas, they're not dealing with crime like Chicago. These are facts. It's some areas that, may have crime, but you're not dealing with in Plano, Texas, or in Frisco, Texas, 75, 80 people shot. You're not dealing with that with that type of or every weekend. You're not dealing with that. Some parts of Dallas, you're not dealing with that high crime. Some parts of Dallas, you go far north Dallas, like close to Carrollton, Texas, even Carrollton, Texas, they're not dealing with those type of numbers like Chicago. So that's why a lot of officers are moving to those areas where it's less work. Okay. They say it seems that they're only doing the minimum and don't care. He says he's going to see that really or why Lori couldn't do as much as she wanted, he would see who's really in charge and how corrupt it is. Like he's going to have to, like I said, he's going to have to use that bully pulpit to make sure to create the atmosphere and to call it out. Because sitting on the sidelines, you would continue to get the same results. And the residents have been complaining. It's multiple organizations that have been on the front lines, have been telling it what's going on. They have been saying this constantly over and over and over and over again about the crime here in the city of Chicago. They have been saying it over and over and over. But policies haven't been implemented yet. No major investments. Like, why is it that, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we do need police officers. I'm not going to say we don't need it. We do. But while we have it in conjunction with public safety, you also have to have major investments. And that's something the mayor and the governor, they're going to have to work together and do it because the crime is out of hand. Like in Willowbrook, I believe that's not in Chicago, but they had a Juneteenth weekend. I'm sorry. A lot of those crowds, they need to disperse it. I'm so sorry, but a lot of those major crowds, those gigantic crowds, it's just crime. They had a Father's Day celebration on the west side of Chicago. I mean, they boom, boom, pound, and a couple of people were shot. They had a Juneteenth celebration in a parking lot, no police officer in sight, and the young woman, she said, you know, she felt the energy. I was a lot of drinking. You get a lot of people getting high and drinking, there will be violence, unfortunately. There were no police officer. Most people were shot. And they interviewed this black woman in the hospital room. And when she was in the bed, on the bed, and she was literally getting interviewed about that. And she said, oh my gosh, I may not never go out again. She was a young black woman in her early 20s. So these are the results that are going on in the city. Yes, it's some good things that are going on in the city. I can't deny that. But it's getting drowned out by the high crime. And this is not something that I feel that is manufactured or misinformation. These are facts. The crime is high in the city. It is extremely high, and people are dealing with the results. And a lot of police officers, they're burnt out. Because a lot of police officers, unfortunately, they don't do much like they're supposed to do because a lot of them, they're doing it with limited resources, they say. And then also you're dealing with a time where if you do too much, you may lose your badge because of this whole Black Lives Matter situation. That's what some of the officers I talk to, they do the bare minimum. And then some of the officers, when you talk to, they say, hey, I would love to do more policing, more community policing, but we're just going to one call to another call. One is more reactive. The city leadership and the state leadership, they have to do things that proactively change the culture and to have more policy, because the police can't do it all. They're just answering the call. They're responding, but they also need to put stuff to avoid the high crime. The guns is out of control in the city of Chicago, and Chicago got one of the toughest gun laws in the nation. But they can go to neighboring states like Indiana, or people can go and buy guns from Texas, or they can buy guns from Georgia and drive it up here to Chicago. And that's how they've been doing. But because, you know, Chicago do have some tough background check, tough gun laws, but they can go next door to Indiana with looser gun laws there and go buy them and bring it here into the city. And so that's the situation. But it is very sad that this is going on. And you know, I just think that could have been more police officer. And then also they had the Lincoln Park. Now that area is nice. Okay. Mm-hmm. They somehow there was some people in the park drinking. The park closed at 11 o'clock. So I don't know why were no police officers there. But anyway, they were drinking. Somebody pulled out a weapon. A couple people were hurt. All of them in that ward, he was shocked because no police officers were patrolling that area. There were no beat cops on the scene. And the police were saying, well, we are short. We don't have enough officers like that. And so the city, and what they're going to do is, in order to bring more officers, they're going to have to pay them almost like $100,000, $150,000 a year. It is what it is. They're going to have to pay them some more money. You know, which is going to have to happen because they're going to Frisco and making more money, or they're going to some parts of Texas and I'm just talking about area that I know that officers are going there. Some officers I met, they used to work in Chicago. They work in Frisco. They says it's lovely. It's just nowhere near the stress that we have to go through in the city of Chicago. So, so they're losing a lot of great officers that, they want to go home to their family, right? Just like anybody, they want to go home to their family, and they don't want to deal with this overwork and just being overworked like this, and they're moving on. Of course, the graduating class is not used. Chicago numbers used to be good. The employment numbers for officers used to be good, but it's not like that anymore. They said influencing kids to ratchet. They said none want real common sense amendments in place for gun laws. Folks panic about their guns being taken away, missing the whole point. Yes, and then also, you know what I'm saying? I understand the pro people that own weapons, and they say, well, guns on it's people. I understand that argument, but I also understand that they need to be more stricter with weapons. And then also you get a lot of prosecutors that be more progressive, and when they get the prosecutor, they be more progressive, and they got to be a little bit more tough on crime. They have to. It's got to be. I'm sorry. This whole thing that when you talk about violence, even like the carjacking, they got to be a little bit. The laws definitely need to be changed with the carjacking situation. All right, so I just had to say that because that came across my desk. Now we got a lot of topics to get into. Is y'all sharing this live? Make sure y'all share this live. Thumbs up this video. If you're in the building, I need y'all to thumbs up the video really quickly. I'm seeing y'all in here. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Make sure that I see y'all in here. I see the members. I see y'all in here showing love. I see y'all all in here. This has been such a blessing seeing y'all in the building. I see y'all in here. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm just sitting here. Let me see. I'm late. For those folks are complaining about the shooting mask, I give them thoughts and prayers. I was a station. So yes, let me end the station. I'm sorry. Let me end the station because we live, y'all. Make sure y'all head over to YouTube. I see y'all in here. Head over to YouTube really quickly. If you head over to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Wiley Show. All right. I want to make sure y'all all over here. Can y'all hear me? Good. All right. So let's get into these topics, y'all. There's a lot that I want to discuss in this video. And let's talk about Saucy Santana. And this is the reason why his career, I just think that he's just on a bad road here. I call it the Blue Ivy curse. Ever since he have criticized Blue Ivy, his career have never been the same. He have not recovered. But the Neighborhood Talk had an exclusive on their platform concerning this brother. And he was supposed to perform at a Juneteenth event in Memphis, Tennessee, and he did not complete the job, didn't show up to perform at all. And I want to make sure that we bring it up and talk about this. So give me a second. I want to make sure we have all this up on this about Saucy Santana because I has a lot that I want to say about this brother. The one with the beard. So give me a second while I bring this up about this brother. Where is it at? I thought I had it because this is something that he posted on the wall They posted on Neighborhood Talk. I thought I didn't save it. So let me go to the Neighborhood Talk and give me a. I wish they had it where you could pin like your exclusives on here, but I didn't save it. So I have to go actually manually go on the page and see. Let me scroll down because they posted this, I believe, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah, I have it right here. So this was the Neighborhood Talk exclusive. They call him Scamarina or something like that. Memphis organization calls out Saucy Santana for allegedly skipping a booking and refusing to return the funds. Claims that they will sue. This is from the promoter. Dear Saucy Santana, not a public apology, not even to come down to the lobby to look me in the face to apologize. We took our board members to the table with your manager and booking manager. They too realized how manipulative they tried to be. Your team simply dropped the ball. She let it be known that you missed the flight because you left your wallet. I don't to be this person, reading how they wrote it. But these are taxpayer dollars and not private money that you all owe. My suggestion is dealing with this today. Okay. So that was that piece. Okay, let's get to the screenshots here. So let me screenshot it because I want y'all to see this because this is the exclusive from the Neighborhood Talk. So give me a second here. I want y'all to see this on your screen here. Let me know if you all can see this on your screen. So give me a quick second. Let me pull it up, and I want you all to see this as well. Okay. Okay, Memphis Elite.
Remy. I'm in that bitch. Make sure y'all pop out. It's on the motherfucking floor. We doing a walk like a dog contest, cash prizes, crazy giveaways. So make sure you pull up. It's lit. What's up, Memphis? I'm on your ass next Sunday,
Okay.
20th weekend.
So
with
that
Memphis
was that piece. This is the contract. They said artist performance agreement. This agreement was made this 17th day of May 2023 by and between Devontae Hill, One Memphis, One Vision purchaser, and Saucy Santana's artist and the Global Vision Talent Agency, the agent. And also they got the address here. They got the venue, the Memphis Music Room, the address. They got Saucy Santana. The date was June 18th. So that was Sunday. 7:30 hosting plus 2 songs. The compensation agreed upon is $25,000 all in plus hotel ground hospitality rider. That was $25,000. They said right here $15,000 due upon full execution of this agreement. All right, I want to make sure that we did. Let me take his picture down here so y'all can definitely see this. $15,000 due upon full execution of this agreement on 5/17/2023. B, $10,000 cash due upon the arrival at the hotel on June 18, 2023. Okay. All right. That's a lot of bread. Anyway, let's go to the next one. So that's that piece. There.
Team is gonna go the fuck down. Make sure y'all pop out.
Trey, you played that. Okay. Okay, I played that. Okay, we read that. Okay, let's go to this one. This is the signatures confirmed that the parties have read and approved all of the additional terms and conditions set forth as an attachment here 2. Okay. They said the payment deposit must be made within 24 hours of date of the contract for the contract to be valid. All travel expenses must be paid at the same time initial deposit is made. Failure to appear in the event of the artist failed to appear, 100% of the show money is guaranteed to be refunded to the purchaser. All right. Booking or agency fee, booking or agency is not refundable. Cancellation. This is in the contract. Artists reserve the right to cancel the agreement without obligation upon written notice. They got about 30 days. Then they said also right here, the person will pay the artist 50% of the guarantee fee for if the person canceled the performance less than 2 weeks before the performance. The person will pay the artist 100% of the guarantee fee for the performance. So if the promoter canceled within 2 weeks, they have to pay him 100% of the performance fee. This is what they said here. Here, the contract specifically state if the agreement is not met, the artist will owe 100% of the money back to the promoter. All right, that's in the agreement. This is the amount. They say a proof of the first payment sent to Saucy Santana, $14,500 is what they sent Saucy Santana. Okay. This is in his hospitality rider in his contract that what he wanted. Let's get into this. Saucy Santana $2,000 worth of show accommodation, including 1 bottle of Casa, 2 bottles of Don in 1942, and a box of Popeye's chicken. He want 3 wireless mics. He want the DDJ 1000 SRT. He want the 2XR right and left outs. He want monitors on stage. He want the laptop stand. He want 1 bottle of 3 bottles of drinks, 12 cans of Red Bull, a case of Fiji water, chill, dressing room, and on stage, 1 case of Coca-Cola, orange juice, apple juice, a fruit platter. He want Popeye's chicken, a box of legs, a box mixed with legs, wings, breasts, white and dark meat, biscuits, macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes and gravy with fries, handheld electric fan, Vaseline cocoa butter gel, Degree deodorant spray, women, 12-box handheld towels, dressing room and on stage, 3 hookah flavors, blueberry vanilla, blueberry mint, watermelon, club event, 50 buffalo wings mound, and to-go boxes club event. Ground transportation, black large SUV only, Cadillac Suburban luxury Sprinter, must have ground transportation the whole time in the city, arrival to departure, no Uber Black. So he want the Popeyes and women deodorant. And women deodorant. Wait a minute. Get into the Popeyes. He want the Popeyes. Baby, listen. He won't wait. Let's get into the Popeye. A box of legs, box mixed with legs, wing, breasts, white and dark meat, biscuits, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, gravy, fries. Then let's scroll down. Then he want 50 buffalo wings. Mal, it's a go boxes. Wait a minute. What in the world? What? Dang, 50 wings? Man, now he said 50 wings. He want 12 cans of Red Bull. Oh my gosh. Whew. He want the breasts. Man. So people were dragging this on in the comments. Baby, they were dragging this in the comments. So let's read what the neighborhood talk wrote. Okay. Give me a quick second here. Let's take some Santana down so we can read that. Okay. They said neighbors get into this. A Memphis nonprofit organization is calling out Saucy Santana for allegedly missing out on a booking and refusing to give back the money. One Memphis One Vision claimed that their company booked Santana for a Juneteenth Pride event that was supposed to take place June 18th. Based on the contract provided exclusively to us, the One Memphis One Vision agreed to pay Saucy Santana a total of $25,000 to host the event and perform 2 songs. The contract also explicitly stated if the artist failed to make that appearance, 100% of the show money is guaranteed back to the purchaser. The day of the event, Santana reportedly missed his initial flight because he left his wallet. His team arrived in Memphis on time and informed the promoter that Saucy Santana would be running late. Unfortunately, he did not arrive until the event was over. The OMOV says Saucy Santana team then tried to convince the promoters to find him another place to perform and pay him the back end of $10,000 that he owed. Okay. So the promoter said they refused because they wasn't part of the agreement. They also say while they were trying to settle the dispute, Saucy Santana wasn't present. He was in his hotel room, a gesture they found insulting. The promoter said he told Saucy Santana team that they needed to at least pay them back $5,000 to cover the money that was spent that day, $2,000 in travel fees, and $2,000 for Santana rider, which include tequila bottles and Popeye's chicken. Santana team told them that they will not pay anything back despite the contract. The promoter claimed that if it was his own money, he would take the L, but the money for the booking was given to them by the city of Memphis, making the money taxpayer dollars. The promoter said they would like a public apology from Saucy Santana as well as a payment plan to be set up so they could receive the $25,000 owed to them. $15,000 for the initial booking, $10,000 for the other expenses. The promoter claimed they gave Saucy Santana a chance to do the right before they came to us with the story, but they told them the only solution was to sue because they won't be paying. The promoter planned to take them up on that offer if no agreement is made. I got something to say about this. First and foremost, this is bad business. And you should be blessed to get $25,000. I won't pay you $1. The city of Memphis, they give money to event planners for events around the city. So you get money. They do it in Dallas. They do it in Chicago. The city will give money for events. So that's the taxpayers' money. The thing with Saucy Santana is you claim that you lost your wallet. That's just stupid. You forgot your wallet. You missed your flight. That's dumb. This is your sole job. The only thing you got to do is to get your wallet. The average person won't make $25,000 to perform. It's sad. And this is why I can't F with you, because you do entirely bad business. You need to pay those people back their money. You need to do it immediately because it's disrespectful. I don't care that you wanted Popeye's chicken. That's in your rider. It is what it is. They did everything. They gave you a bucket of fried chicken, 12 cans of Red Bull, 50 pieces of Buffalo Wild, 50 pieces of wings, Mal, bottles out there. That's expensive. And you didn't show up. It's disrespectful. I think any promoter that book you after that are taking a risk. Because there is people that is fans of you. Like I said, the average artist won't get $25,000. And it's artists that will get that and would have showed up. Like, it's so sad that you did that. It really is. This is why you get dragged. I be like, this is why you get dragged. And you want it in to-go boxes. They bringing it to-go boxes for you, all this food. And it's delicious, and you didn't show up. And then your team showed up, but you didn't show up. I think these promoters need to start suing these artists that do this bad business. Y'all got to start suing them. Because that don't make no sense. And then you funky because you wearing women deodorant. Now, Red Bull will make you sweat, eat all the wings, all that liquor, and you need something stronger than women deodorant. You are a big dude. You need more than women deodorant. You ain't. This is just sad. This is very degrading and embarrassing. Funky. You up there got women spraying, knowing that you're going to be funky. And then you want a piece of fruit drenched in Buffalo Wild Wing sauce. This is just embarrassing. So when I saw this story, I said, this is a mess. I'm just gagging that somebody is paying this man $25,000 to perform. He ain't worth $500. They pay him $25,000. I need to put on some makeup and put a beard and start making a song. Because I'm in the wrong business. $25,000 to host and to perform 2 songs? You could have had me to come up on there and do that. I would have showed up on time. This is pathetic. They bought all that fried chicken, wings into gold boxes, cases of Red Bull, and you don't even show up. And then you showed up once the event was over, and then it was in your hotel. Didn't even come down there and have a conversation with the promoter. I think you were doing something with another dude, and you overslept, and you missed your flight. And you trying to lie and say, oh, I left my wallet. No, bruh. You was doing something you had no business doing that night before, sleeping with another man, and forgot you had a booking, and you overslept, and then you lied and said you left your wallet. You didn't even come down there and face it. That's pathetic. That's pathetic. Let's put the list up. So I'll put the list back up so y'all can see. Let me take them down where y'all can see it. $12 black handheld towels, dressing room and on stage. 3 hookah flavor, blueberry, vanilla, mint, watermelon. 50 buffalo wings, mild, to-go boxes. Popeyes, a box of legs, a box mixed with legs, wing, breasts, white and dark meat, biscuits, macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes and gravy, and fries. Vaseline cocoa butter gel. That's gonna be some focus. That's gonna be funky. A case of Fuji water, chill. A box of wings. Do y'all see that? A box of wings. This is so sad. We will keep y'all updated on this. He have not made a statement. Let me go check Saucy Santana page out. He have not made a statement at all concerning this situation. So give me a second. I'm going to make sure to see if he made a statement. They got 17,000. I'm sorry, they got 7,000 likes, thousands of comments in the chat. Tammy Roman said, Lord, my rider was slipping. I used to be hesitant to ask for a pack of Camerons and a 6-pack of Bud Lights. I'm going to need a dozen white roses and a Beyonce fan, a 6-pack of pillowcases, a custom wig going forward. Dance, I've been dragging hair. Somebody said, first of all, Santana is not worth $25,000. This is what the North Carolina Beat said. Let's start there and end there. They said he admitted negligence when he said he left his wallet. There's a reason he missed his flight and was late. Pay them the money. Take this to court will cost more. Just pay the city back their funds. Somebody else said in the chat here, they said under this post, they said, right, when you think you're doing all right, the universe show you you're not. Damn, and I thought I might be asking too much on my rider. Well, here comes all green Skittles. That's what Coco Brown Funny Mama said. They said they dealing with Beyonce. Somebody also said 50 wings to go. They said a rider request is wild. LOL. Santana, don't be playing, apparently. Somebody said Popeye's chicken. Pay them people their money back. Then they said, when y'all mess up, when y'all agreed to pay $25,000 to someone with no hit record, no legendary live performances, no self-respect, no real fan base, you basically gave the money to a street bum. Somebody said this. women degree, baby, that body odor is still going to give man, no matter how feminine you act, sticking up the VIP, because this pride won't let him get the man's one. Santana, pay them people back before they sue you and you end up paying more. How you gonna miss your flight? Does it make sense to fly in on the day of the booking? Should you have got there the night before? Somebody said, y'all wild for trying to have a Juneteenth pride party. Y'all wow. Try to have a Juneteenth pride party anyway. Somebody else said, Santana is wrong and needs to handle his business. I don't like how the promoter said he'd take an L if it was his fun. No. That's what contracts are for, baby. Somebody said, because it happens a lot, unfortunately. Sometimes they'd rather charge it than drag it to court. So they said, when your paperwork is in order like this, seems like an open and closed case. I request my lawyer fees to be paired on top of my judgment and extra fees for the inconvenience. $15,000 is a little steep to be getting scammed when you have paperwork in your favor. Okay. So they said at N-word said he need 50 pieces of buffalo wings on top of a family meal and 3 sides of Popeyes. Yeah. Goddamn Saucy Silverback. Let's read this man. Somebody else said, you can tell by someone's lifestyle choice that there are degenerates. Santana has a meeting with Satan himself, no pride. Somebody said, only in Memphis do you admit the taxpayer dollars going on Popeyes and liquor. Oh, let's not forget the women degree deodorant. Somebody said celebrities get paid free bottles and Popeyes and still don't show up. Ish. We got to pay for the sections, the bottle, the entry fee, and everything else. Smile. Somebody said this, and I agree. We need new celebrities who actually love their job. They said, y'all have to understand it's more than him just simply not going. Don't run to a side just because they posted first. Y'all haven't learned this with the Megan case. I doubt he just not show up to perform for his fans. If it wasn't something a lot more serious, if they gon' sue, then let's see what the courts gonna do if they even go sue for real. Somebody said this under this comment. That's a pick me. You know the pick me. Somebody said under that comment, she wrote, he missed his flight due to not having his wallet. That's personal. Legally, he's responsible. He should have an assistant, I agree, to make sure not only on time, but prepared. They said that's exactly what he did. But if he was a heterosexual black man, you wouldn't have these excuses. If that's what he did, then I do agree with you, King. But I know it'd be more behind the scenes than they let us know about. So I just didn't just want to be completely on Santana behind from hearing one side of the story. Let's move on. Somebody also said 50 wings and Popeyes, his back never getting unbig. Somebody said, this is what y'all use city money for. This is sad. They using city money for this. This is sad. I'm gonna have to call the mayor of Memphis. Who's paying to see Santana? I wouldn't even go to a free show. Somebody said in their comment, you'll be surprised. Women in the LGBT community love him. Not to mention it's Pride Month. I heard he puts on a damn good show. Love. They said this, a nonprofit spending funds on an appearance doesn't seem very logical or realistic. Somebody said this under this comment. A lot of nonprofit, so this is to raise more money. When the artist is sincere, it actually does work. Somebody said in that comment, they would have made their $30,000 back and some with ticket sales if he had showed up. That's how fundraisers work. You gotta put up seed money. True. The hospitality rider is insane. How long was he performing for? Right. It said 2 songs in the contract. Somebody said he got to feed his entourage too. I hope they're not all just for him. Baby, go down these comments. They said for 25,000, I'll be Saucy. We got the same back. Oh God. Somebody put quotations. Degree deodorant spray. Okay. They said, now why do we need to know about the Popeyes? Okay. They said, if you are sick and tired of the alphabet agenda, is that disciplines or disciples follow me? Okay. Somebody said, just wild unprofessional, but wanna look like as a A-list star. Somebody said, laughing my A off. 50 wings and Popeye in his rider is funny. I'm sorry. Okay. 30 stacks must be night. Juneteenth walk on. Wait. This comment just woo. A Juneteenth walk up like a dog. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Wait a minute. Okay. So did he learn from JT? Or did she learn from him? They said, okay. Thank y'all. This is woo. Woo. Man. Let me get myself together. Woo. Wait. Woo. Man. Oh man. Man. Okay. Woo. These comments is under the neighborhood talk. Wait a minute. Is I'm blocked from Saucy Santana? It's unblocked. Is I'm blocked from Saucy Santana? No, I'm not blocked. I hope not. Okay. Give me a quick second here. All right. Hold on 1 second. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. Okay. Let's do something really quickly here. Hold on 1 second. That is something. All right. Oh, wait. Hold on, y'all. Oh, wait. I gotta do something. Uh
Please leave your message for 404. Mailbox is full. To send an SMS notification, press 5. Your SMS notification will include your number 19726749462. You may enter a different number now, or press the pound sign to send your SMS notification. Your SMS has been sent. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
okay. So we tried to call his booking. It's been for since ever since I got the story. I've been trying to call. And so let me leave him a voice note. Hey, Saucy Santana, this is Wiley from the Wiley Show. I definitely have this exclusive that came across my desk that was reported on the Neighborhood Talk, and they said you wanted 50 pieces of Popeye's chicken, and they're saying that you wanted 50 pieces of the Wings Mao, and you wanted multiple cases of Red Bull and Women Degree deodorant. And according to the promoters out there in Memphis, Tennessee, they said that you did not show up to do the job. You didn't show up at all because they said you had misplaced your wallet. And then they also made allegations that you showed up and you was in your hotel room and your booking manager and team was there, and they said, they're not giving back the money, they're going to sue. I would like to get a statement from you if you're free to come on the show and give me a statement. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. You can always call me. I did call your number here and I didn't get a phone call back. But 972-674-9462. All right, I said that in 1 minute. All right. This is Wiley from the Wiley Show. All right, I left him a voice note. Okay, so we are here with the voice note. We left him a voice note. That's what it is. So let me see if I can track down some other people. Give me a second here. We live, you guys. We got to put on our investigative journalist hat here. And let's get to the facts here. Let's get to the facts here while we're here in that type of way. Okay. And so we will definitely share it. If he definitely try to cuss us out, we will be the first one to share it with you all in this particular situation. Okay. So give me a second here. Let me see if I can find okay, let me track their number down. Give me a second. Because this came across my desk. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Hold 1 second. Let's see. Let's see, where's your contact information? Give me a second here. Okay, they don't have a number here. All right, let's go to the IG. Do they have a number? They don't have a number here. So let me do something really quickly. All right, I'm trying to find a number. Nope, that's the church. I'm not calling them. Wait a minute, is this it? Okay. Okay, this is a nonprofit. They have filed this back in 2020. They got everything on here except the phone number. They got everything on here except the phone number. I'm trying to find the phone number from, okay, I can't find the phone number, so let me just reach out to them on IG. Let me see to reach out to them on IG. Hold on one second. Reach out to them on IG. Because I found the apartment where they at, but I don't have the number. If somebody have their number, if somebody can find it, it's One Memphis, One Vision. One Memphis, One Vision. It is a nonprofit out of Memphis. Somebody find that number for me, please. See if somebody can find that phone number. We can call them live on the air. But let me reach out to them. Never mind, I found it. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Give me a second here. All right. Give me a second here. Hello, yes. This is Mr. Wiley. I'm calling because it was exclusive. We're running a story about Saucy Santana that said he did not come to your event that you booked him for.
Yeah, you said this is who?
Mr. Wiley from the Wiley Show.
Okay.
And I just had one question here because I did see the story on the Neighborhood Talk that when you booked him for the money, he did not show up because other people said he showed up but didn't perform. Can you take me back to what happened?
Sure, I'd love to do that because I think just judging from having his PR team called us yesterday, and they're trying instead of just paying the money and offering an apology to Memphis, they're trying to spin the story just so many different ways, and it's just kind of ridiculous. Yesterday, the PR lady called, and instead of her calling to apologize and figuring out how we can find a solution, she actually called to defame. First and foremost, I'm hoping that my call isn't being recorded. Let's just start there.
It's not.
Okay. She reached out to me to defame the other young performers, saying that they had criminal history and that it could have hurt Saucy's brand. And, for me, Saucy being a part of the LGBTQ plus IA community, I just felt like that was a disgusting antic for starters. Secondly, I sent them the flyer before it ever went public, and they approved the flyer, and they also asked me to send them flyers or marketing material with Saucy on it and Saucy on it only. And we obliged and we did just that. The second part, the TMZ reported that we paid Saucy $25,000. Obviously, they got that wrong. What the neighborhood talk reported was about as accurate as it could be. We paid Saucy $14,500. Saucy, according to the screenshot, Saucy's, I guess his managers, road manager and security, they made their flight, the original flight that they booked, which they booked it an hour before the doors of the venue opened, which we thought was reckless and negligent. But they made their flight. When she landed, she said that Saucy forgot his wallet. He would be rebooked on the next flight. She told me, don't worry, that she would have the car go and pick him up, and he would still make it on time. Saucy, I then received a phone call from the young lady again saying Saucy wouldn't arrive until 9:15 p.m. The event was over at 10. His manager then, I let her know that I'd be open to still, putting Saucy up. I don't have an issue with that. I need to speak to the the venue owners, and figure out what that looks like, if there's something that they're willing to do, and how much is that going to cost, for us to be able to do that. Saucy and them, then I called her back and I let her know that, I needed to get that yes or no from them first, and I would call her back and let her know. When I spoke to half of the venue's owner, it's just two people that own it, I spoke to one person and it was a hard no. It was Father's Day weekend. This was a last minute thing that they did for us to give us the venue. That party was not open to doing so, but they were leaving the other decision to the other owner. The other owner arrived, and it was basically, we came to a hard no after having a long conversation. And so at that point, Saucy had then arrived at 9:36, which is when the text message shows that Saucy arrived for an event that ends at 10 p.m. Saucy told the driver that he needed to go to the hotel first and get dressed, instead of going straight to the event that he was already late to. When she reached out and told me to call her and meet her to give her the back end at 9:36, she asked me to meet her at the hotel. I met her at the hotel, not to give her the back end, but to figure out what a solution looked like. And for them, they wanted to be rebooked and still pay a back end. So for me, I couldn't have a conversation about a back end when I had just completely lost my front end, if that makes sense. Even when I called the venue to figure out if it was a possibility to book the next day, even the event owner said, we can't talk and have the conversation about tomorrow without him first addressing what this looks like for today. So that's the way the story went. The PR person is trying to spin it as if I obliged. We were having a looming conversation with another event, with another promoter about, perhaps Saucy coming over to do an after hour portion. But we couldn't, Saucy and our team, Saucy's team, we just couldn't get past the numbers part of it to confirm it. So as they were asking me about it, I told them that I think the plan is just to extend the party and to pass over more cash. But again, I need to get that confirmation from the owners before I can confirm that decision. So Saucy showed up into Memphis at 9:40, getting to his hotel at 10 for an event that contractually ended at 10 o'clock.
Because when I read the Neighborhood Talk post, this was literally this taxpayer money of the city of Memphis that they gave you all a check to book this event. Is that correct? Because that was what the narrative was in the Neighborhood Talk article.
Right. So the way this worked is our governor in Tennessee declined $9 million from the CDC for AIDS and HIV work. So it left the responsibility on, especially Memphis being at the top of that list, it left the responsibilities on local communities to do that particular work. The mayor realized that there were issues in our specific community that needed to be addressed, such as there's a large number of young people ages 18 to 24 who are not only positive for HIV, but they're also homeless. And what we were making an attempt to do is raise money with Saucy, by using Saucy's talent, so that we could flip the blight homes in our city. So we were solving two problems with one event. Memphis has a ton of blight homes. The city was willing to basically donate the homes to the organization for us to flip the homes and offer 120 days of wraparound services to young people who go through St. Jude, identify as LGBTQ plus IA, they're positive for HIV and homeless, which is a health crisis. So it wasn't like they were just paying for us to have a party, as much as what they were doing is ensuring that we were trying to solve two problems with one event.
So his PR team, so it's still, they still have not gave back the money for you to repay the city.
They have not even offered a public apology. They've not offered anything. Because I even asked them, I said, well, I'll tell you what, it took 30 seconds for us to send them $14,500. It took 30 seconds for us to do on our phones, on my phone and on their phone and our phones. And they couldn't send $5,000. I initially asked them for 10. When I got there, I said, y'all know y'all owe me this money. I need you guys to send it back. And I get it. That's a lot of money, but you got to send me back 10 right now. 10 wasn't a good number for them. I said, well, you got to send me back 75 right now. They couldn't send us back $7,500. They couldn't even send us back $5,000 as an installment plan on what they contractually owe us. You know, it's not our responsibility. We're not promoters. We are an organization that has, you know, historically done great things in our community, which we continue to seek to do so. That won't ever stop. But we can't be scammed out of the entertainment industry. We won't be.
Some people were arguing in the chat that you supposed to originally give him $15,000, but you gave him $14,500. Did you violate the contract, or did you?
No, not hardly. The agency that he was using, we had already spent a great deal of cash already for the day, preparing for this event. And when we were at the bank when we were making the transaction, the bank says, you know, that we had maxed out on our limit to do a hard wire. The agency just asked us to add the additional 5 on the back end, and that was totally okay with us.
Yeah, because I was reading that in the neighborhood talk, because they kept saying, "Oh, he didn't pay him the full $15,000."
The agency told us to put the other 5 on the back end. Is what they told us, and that's what we did. That's what we were prepared to do. Which is why Saucy still came. Which is why everything was still there. So it can't be an argument as to obligations weren't met at all. It just can't be. And our bank, who is also a notary, she heard, I had it on speaker. She heard him say, put it on the back end. So that's why the other $500 wasn't there. Of course, the city paid $30,000 total. Saucy's rider was only $5,000. I mean, only $25,000. So the money is not an issue at all. It's the reality is you all owe us some money. You need to apologize to our city, and you need to send the money back.
I want to ask you, will it be a lawsuit? My first question, and then like in a follow up, would you sue him? Because like that's a lot of bread. This ain't like $2,000. That's a lot of bread. You
said, will I sue him?
Yeah. Are you going to take him to court? Because
we have an attorney on retainer already. In fact, it's the same attorney as Yo Gotti and Moneybag Yo and CMG. His name is Arthur Horn. We've already retained him. He's already on our systems, and he's prepared to send out a demand letter to Saucy Santana, or his agency, or his attorney, or whatever that looks like, and also coupled with what our losses look like for the night. So once it's a failure to appear, at that rate, the conversation changes beyond what's just contractual, because it means that the venue took a massive loss. And so we can do this one of 3 ways. Saucy can just pay me my money back. so that we can host another event, raise the funds, do what we were trying to do originally to help our young people who they're trying to defame and criminalize. Which him being a part of the gay community, it's just ridiculous for him to do something like that. And I recorded the conversation. It was disgusting. And I told her that, and I even let his publicist know, perhaps because you're a woman, you don't necessarily understand the burden and the pain of young Black LGBTQ plus IA men and what it means in the criminal justice system. So I don't expect them to understand that. But I think it was just disgusting for Saucy to be a gay artist and to be willing to trash younger gay performers who were excited to perform in front of him. In addition to that, Saucy can pay my insurance company back because I hadn't been insurance, and if I file a claim on lost wages on a missed event or him not making it contractually, it's what all the insurance company is going to care for. They're going to go after Saucy for all of my losses, which is the capacity of the building times 40. That's 80. That in the building holds 3,500 people. And we were charging $40 to get in, and we can go after Saucy legally that way, which that will be the most expensive portion. That probably a large lawsuit that he probably doesn't even have the money to pay. Or we could do it the third way. We can just reach out to we could just reach out to the city once again, and the city has a legal team, and the city of Memphis could potentially go after him if he doesn't oblige. So I've given Saucy I've given them more than one or two reasons. I've given them more than 1 or 2 days to even figure out how they want to, resolve this. I sat there with 4 hours with his road manager. Saucy never came downstairs. He said, "Hey, I'm sorry." I never extended a public apology. We never got any of that. And so basically it just looks like they got $14,500. We ran up a tab of $10,000 in preparation of him coming, and we don't even get a $10,000 back. We don't get anything back, I guess, because they still showed up to the hotel and made an attempt to salvage the show. They broke their contract. It's a clear breach in contract, and it's actually we can actually fight it in federal court. That's a federal laws protect entertainment venues, and we can take Saucy to federal court already. I mean, we've already talked to our legal team. We talked to them real time right in front of his team.
Because it's just so sad because we try to get this story out here because when I saw it ran across my desk, we reached out to Saucy, no response. He's promoting his music, and this is very sad because you did it to your own community. You know what I'm saying?
Not just your Black community, the gay community that you're a part of.
Yeah.
And he is a threat. They talk about the baby. In my opinion, and we do grassroots work for young Black gay men, not specifically, but our work with young Black gay men is just as long as our work with people who have felons, or our work with people who are veterans and homeless and need to restart. We believe in inclusivity, and it's my responsibility to make sure that young Black gay men are being included in this work. And for Saucy to rob not just his own community, Black people, but for him to rob young Black gay people and young Black gay people who have HIV, he is a threat to the gay community. He is a threat to the LGBTQ plus IA community. And someone needs to sit down and speak to him. Whereas I'm going to make sure I speak with organizations like Gilead, organizations like VIVE, and promoters across the country to make sure that we're not booking Saucy Santana at all.
So
he hurt himself, and he just kind of barked up the wrong tree.
Sad. It's really, really sad because when I saw it on the Neighborhood Talk, I said, "Oh my God, this is," and everybody kept sending it to me. I said, "Man, this is not good." You know what I'm saying? Because y'all paid him nice. Many people were saying, "Oh, y'all paid him."
We paid him too much money.
Yeah,
Kentucky didn't pay him. He canceled the show the day before, the Kentucky show the day before, and because they didn't have all their money up front. They didn't have their money. And here he goes a day later, missing his show, and him not having mine.
Wow! And he didn't even show up for yours.
He didn't show up. He didn't show up. And so his team
paid him the money.
And we paid him. We paid him $14,500 and had cash. They asked us for large bills. I said, okay, I'll bring large bills with me. I said it's Sunday, but I can do my best to get large bills. Which we ran around the city trying to get large bills. and they didn't even show up. And then so their argument is, well, he did show up to Memphis. Him showing up to Memphis beyond the time of the actual event is pointless for me.
And then you all
it does not
have to
doesn't help
chicken, the Red Bull, the bottles, all of that. You all have to spend money. So y'all did buy all of that.
So we prepared line by line everything that Saucy's rider said, and I let them know that before they even got here. I said we are personally making sure that everything is taken care of. The bottles, the venue has an open kitchen, so they had prepared to pay for the 50-piece chicken wings that he was asking for in to-go boxes. Even created a space for them to privately walk out with all the chicken, so they wouldn't be walking through the club looking ghetto with a bunch of chicken boxes. You know, we rolled out the red carpet, and it's just ridiculous that this is the position that they are taking. I truly cannot believe it. I'm just as the call went with this woman, I'm just disgusted because they didn't steal money from me. You know, if it was me personally, I just would have took the L and kept going. I don't want to be in any headlines. But as it pertains to our nonprofit, we have a responsibility of being integral, and we have a responsibility of serving our community as we have been doing almost a decade now. And we will not let Saucy walk away, not just with the money, but also feeling as if he can defame our young Black gay men in our city for whatever reason.
I just want to know, who is this woman's name, and is she a Black woman, white woman? Who is her name? Because is that his manager? Because I know he's represented from the talent agency. The lady that
which woman?
The woman that you on the phone with that was being disrespectful to you. Is that a?
Oh yeah, her name is she's his PR person, and her name, because let me go tell you, I can get it. It looks like the story expired that she went to. Hold on, let me see. Maybe yeah. The story just expired that she watched, but her first name is Kamisha. But she supposedly works for Global Talent Vision or whatever that looks like, Global Vision or whatever the agency looks like, and they're just completely unprofessional. They're just completely unprofessional, and they're not an educated people at all. They're very money hungry is what it comes off as. And you know, for me, if I've booked talent before, we've done it numerous of times in numerous different cities, and most artists are going to be like, well, here's your deposit back, and let's figure out how we can make up the show because I owe that to my fans. So Saucy doesn't even care about his community. You know, for him to not say anything to the people publicly, he's like, come on now. He's going to have to call Carisha so that Carisha can, you know, borrow some money from Diddy so that they can pay this tab.
My heart is broken because I understand. I work with a lot of nonprofits out in Dallas, about in prosperity, and they book artists.
Yeah, I know Kirk. Yeah, Kirk is the one who gave me the idea to do it. Kirk, who just passed.
Yes, sir.
Kirk is the one that sat me down in Dallas, gave us the concept and the roadmap for how to raise the money, so that we can actually. When this happened with our governor, Kirk said, "This is gonna fall on the grassroots community to just do the work. You all just have to just do the work," and that's what we stepped up to the plate to do. So it's like I'm brokenhearted about it, but I'm also in go mode. Like, no, we're gonna fight this.
Because your reputation is on the line with the community.
It's on the line. Yeah, it's on the line with the people we live here with. The gay community in Memphis is disgusted. These children, not just boys, girls, boys. There were straight people there to see. So everyone's disgusted. Not only that he didn't show up for those that showed up, but they're also disgusted for those who just want to see something good happen for the community, and for him to do just that, it's just disgusting.
It's something, sir. It's very disgusting. But you have to take a stand because, like I said, you are a nonprofit. You have to work with your word is bond, and if word come out that you throwing events, they will start saying you a scammer. You never had, you know what I mean? Then your
we had to
relationship,
which is why it was important.
Yeah.
Which is why it was important for us to state that the urban housing and development money gave us this money as a grant. It was a grant that we were approved for. So it wasn't just like the taxpayers just gave us the money. It was, we had to apply for a grant, state why we were needing the money, what we will be doing with it, and provide an expense report afterwards. So we've been completely integral with the check that the city gave us, which is why I did not mind, which is why I did not mind posting or giving the Neighborhood Talk the check to say, hey, look, our money was there. They can't ever say that we didn't have the money to pay them because our city paid for it. Not even just a few days before he actually got it. Once the check cleared, Saucy was paid. Same day.
And this
so they can't do a money spend. The money wasn't there. We didn't get they can't do any of those things at all, other than just give this organization its money back. And stop performing and raping the LGBTQ plus IA communities of funds that they truly don't care about. They just care about the money. He might not have it,
because
I just don't think they even have it.
I think that, number one, this is a failure. It all starts with Saucy Santana. Number one, when I read the article on the Neighborhood Talk, and you said, you gave it to them, and they were saying that you were talking to them, and I'm assuming in the lobby, and he refused to come down and have a conversation with you. To me, that is a slap in the face, because he was there in the.
It was a
he did not come
huge
down
slap in the face. Yep, it was a huge slap in the face. For me, if I was an artist that I have worked with in the past, and I show up and the event's about to end, let me at least show up to the event, say, hey, everybody, I'm sorry that I didn't get a chance to perform, but I'm going to make this up to y'all, and let's go in the back room with the people who held the event, and let's have a conversation on how we fix it. Because that's what a professional would have done. But instead, I had to meet them at the lobby, and she's telling me to meet her at the lobby for the back end. So when she mentioned it, I said, ma'am, I can't talk to you about a back end. I got $10,500 in my pocket. But I'd be damned if I give you $10,500 in big bills and you'd have missed the entire event.
That's sad.
You got to be delusional. She was like, well, you told us to keep coming. I said, ma'am, I told you by the time Saucy was on the plane, I said, I don't know. I need to get a confirmation from the venue owners. So you got to stop saying that I kept telling you guys to come on. And then at any rate, I paid you to come on. So it's just like, what is your argument here? Can y'all just give me my damn money back so that we can move on with our lives?
And when you're saying about the venue, it's about the time for them, for the venue, that you can't go over your time, that you have to leave the building at a certain time. So that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, because the venue it's a black-owned building, and it's a black-owned family that runs the building. Everybody's working there. They're part of a family, and it was Father's Day weekend. So it's like, look, we gave y'all our Father's Day. We want this is not an all-night party. So when she landed and she asked me about after hours or what the plan is going to be, I kept telling her, I think, and I need to find out. This is where I stand with it, and I need to find out. Is where I kept telling her. And so they're trying to make it seem like we had an after hours plan. We had nothing was definitive at all. I kept telling them we need to find out. And as I find out, I will let you all know. We couldn't come to an agreement in the number. Saucy wanted $5,000 to just do an after party. So I was like, well, I can't talk about an after party when you didn't show up to the first party.
Yeah. And why not use the money for that? But that you already was paid. That you didn't show up for.
Wow, it's just unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. It's very unbelievable. And already we are under attack. And you in the southern state, you in Tennessee. That's a southern state. I'm in Texas. That's what
I was saying. Our community, Memphis is completely underserved, especially these LGBTQ plus IA children. These people are underserved, and for him to just rape a city that's at the top of the list for AIDS and STD and HIV, and to not even extend an apology to them just shows that Lil Nas would never.
No, Lil Nas would not never. And then when I look at the organization, it seemed to me that the team is just his home. It don't sound professional with the team or whatever. The way how they come,
it's very sloppy.
It's very sloppy. It's not professional, and it's a bad representation of him. And once word get out that he can't be trusted, that he's belling on his own people, other places will not be quick to book him because you're taking a risk.
That's why I'm talking. That's the only reason why I'm speaking out about it. That's the only reason why I'm speaking out about it, because people need to know. You know, I'm hoping Larry Reed covered this story here. I'm hoping. I reached out to him. I'm hoping he covers it. Because we need our money back.
What about TMZ?
Not only do we need,
is you going to do an interview with them? Did they reach out to you for a statement?
So TMZ Hip Hop reached out, but his journalism wasn't clean. I just sent him a message prior to you calling, because he stated, I sent him a screenshot of our bank statement where we sent Saucy $14,500, but he went and reported that we gave Saucy $25,000, and I said, sir, I never told you that. Why did you create that mishap in your own story for Saucy them to respond and say he didn't give us $25,000? I never said that. I obviously gave the screenshot to the Neighborhood Talk where we gave them $14,500. I don't know why they misquoted that. They did the story incorrectly.
And this is why, I tell people all the time, this is why Black media must get involved, because TMZ, they will never get it right when it's our story. I'm gonna just keep it.
They didn't get it right. They didn't get it right at all.
It's all about clickbait. It's all about getting people. They will never get about concerning us. And this is why when I heard about this story, we had to track you down, because I said, I got to hear from this promoter, because he got scammed by a Black man. And I'm hard on Black people because, number one, we already don't get a fair chance already. But when you get people like yourself that is getting the resources from the taxpayers to help throw events for the LGBT community, it's like you got to show up for that, because you're not going to be able to go back there for another grant when word got out that you couldn't even get that money off the ground. Like, it's politics, you know what I'm saying? Because I cover city government, I know how to go. They're not going to keep throwing out money and then we gave you something and then produce and show up.
You got to produce. So I got to get my money back. I got to get the work going. I talked to Lowe's, and Lowe's is willing to contribute X. If you decide to report it, we need to do a hardware store, a large retail hardware store. They agreed that if we get the homes, that they will contribute dollar to dollar in matching us, which, that's a great deal. So if Saucy gives me my $24,000 back in total, because between the car, the hotel, it's just so many additional expenses that come with it. So recovering the funds first, and then I would have to show the city that I went and recovered those funds and the work still progressed. That's what the end goal needs to look like on our side.
Yeah, I'm just glad that you have gave it to the Black media, the Neighborhood Talk, because they got it right.
Yeah, I had to.
They got it right.
TMZ got it wrong.
Yeah, TMZ got it wrong. Like, they posted the contract, they posted the writers. I don't know if you've seen Tammy Roman in the comments. She said she got to ask more for her writer fee, because y'all did it right. Because it's some mainstream artists don't even get Red Bull, fried chicken, buffalo, like how he required, and y'all did all that. And degree
we rolled out the red carpet. The only thing we did not do was the Popeyes, because there's another local Black-owned business that all the stars typically stop at when they come to Memphis. It's called Smackers, Glorilla. All the stars stop there, and we thought it would be great for Saucy to stop there and support that Black business, because we uplift our community all the way around with our organization. Our work doesn't just rest in the LGBTQ plus IA community. We believe in economical empowerment. Even the event itself, it was all about economical empowerment. Everything that we booked, every person that we used, every entity that we used, we had free testing that was there. People were getting tested for HIV on site. If you want to get in for free, you you go and get tested. We use two camera 360 companies that were Black. Everything was just all Black, because it wasn't just about what we were trying to do. It was also, how can we be also more impactful economically to our community at large? Yeah. And if we can get this event right and do it successfully next year, let's try to do 2 days of an event, without trying to do a complete weekend just to make a bunch of money. Let's just get it right 1 year, get it right 2 years on 2 events, and the third year we do a full weekend.
Oh, yes. Thank you for sharing this. Like I said, I've been involved with About in Prosperity, and I understand. I've seen how Kurt moved, and he's greatly missed because he worked a lot with city leadership and also federal and state, and so he helped you. And I didn't even know that. That's amazing that you are doing it for your city. This is a part of your testimony, but you got to make an example out of Saucy Santana.
Oh, you can count on it. And any immediate relations that you have that you need to send this way, you can send them. I think this is you think you got the office number, the 213.
Yeah, I have. I'm gonna definitely send it. I have a lot of people to send it to because like my phone was blowing up about this story. I'm like, well, what's going on with Santana? Like, why? And then when I saw that amount, I thought it was like $2,500. But when I saw the amount that y'all, I was like, oh, he didn't show up for that. The average artists are not going to, don't get that amount that Saucy have gotten. I'm talking about main.
Well, the reason why we did it because we can't do an event for young black gay people and shortchange Saucy. You see what I'm saying? So we tried to pay him at his value and pay him at his worth because I don't believe in asking black businesses for discounts. We don't believe in that. And he just took advantage of it. And I'm just hoping that not to just ruin his credibility, but to, hopefully to change his character, or at least the character of those around him.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother. I want to make sure I get your name because I'm going to definitely cover this on my website on wileythetroll.com. And do you want to give me your name to share on there? Because they didn't post it on there. I don't know if you want to remain anonymous on that part.
Yeah, we would have to. We would have to go under the for legal purposes. We have to. I'm only a rep for One Memphis, One Vision. That's the only thing that I can contribute.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. And we'll make sure we put your organization on there. I've always thought that Saucy Santana is definitely, he just relaying to me that he just cannot be trusted, and you can give that to a Little Nas, and he's very expensive, but to somebody else that will show up for the job.
Yeah. I think next year we're next year we're positioned. I think Little Nas wants 100,000, which he's worth every dollar, every second, every penny of that. But I think that
and then you can charge more at the door for Lil Nas X. Let's be clear.
Oh God, yeah, I could charge $60 to get in.
Nas. You could charge, and then the VIP section could be like 150. Like I'm telling you, you can make bank with him because because Saucy he's not ready. He got ghetto people around him, and even Carisha don't even have the type of crew that he have around him. I just think that he have to work on his business if he want to have a long-term successful career in this music industry. Because right now, how he's doing, that's just bad business.
It's terrible.
It's terrible business.
It's terrible. Man. It's terrible. And his contract clearly states that failure to appear, obviously, to the event.
It's in there. I saw it's in the contract. I'm reading it right now.
Yeah. Not you getting to Memphis. It's failure to appear. Period. You know what I'm saying? Him getting his team was like, yeah, but he came. He got here. Yeah, he came and got here after the event. Well, the weather delayed his flight. No, the weather delayed his second flight that he missed the first one. So it's just like, no, you guys can't. His team messed up on a few occasions. The first thing, why don't you have an assistant to make sure that they have a copy of extra driver's license, a passport, or something in the event that you lose yours personally, you don't have yours personally. That's the first thing. The second thing is, why did your team jump on the flight and leave you? Because now it made it seem like you couldn't get on. You know what I'm saying? It's just completely unprofessional. And then it's just a list of things that we could just go down and talk about. But
I'm like, the team showed up and he didn't show up. Like, to me, that is just crazy. You ain't got no assistant. First of all, the team, you have to make sure your boss show up. I don't understand why the team. It seemed to me that I could be wrong, that they're getting money and they're not telling him stuff that they're getting.
It does not seem like clear communication between Saucy and his team, primarily because when we sat there for 4 hours in the lobby of the hotel, and that's a whole nother story. I got to get on the phone with the GM at the hotel first before I can reveal that. But it just seems like his team and he have a disconnection, because as she went back to talk to Saucy, she was relaying the information completely different from what was actually happening. So she was making it seem like I was telling her, just keep coming, just come on, let's go. Tell them to come on. And I kept telling her I need to get an understanding with the venue owners first. I can't just They already was like a hard stop at 10. And we have to live here. So we can't ruin our credibility here locally, for something that Saucy messed up. So him losing his wallet, leaving his wallet at home can't cost us $25,000 at all, because the venue is also invested. So it's just not gonna happen that way.
Wow. Thank you so very much. Thank you. And I'm definitely gonna pray and hope you get justice in this regard. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, now. All right. We got it first. Live in Dallas, Texas, baby. First and foremost, we got the exclusive, okay? And this is what we do. Okay. Live in Dallas, Texas. So we got this very exclusive interview with the promoter because I wanted to hear his side. And for me, what it seems is though that those promoters were definitely getting something out of the back end when it came to this situation. It's very sad. It's very disgusting that this have happened when it comes to stuff like that. And we're definitely praying that he filed a lawsuit because also he get the grants. So let me break that down to you. Oh, give me a second. Let me text somebody right quick. I told you. Because I know y'all didn't send it to the people. I think y'all probably did. But this is what it is for when it comes to this situation, when it comes to Saucy Santana. And when you work as a nonprofit organization, because a nonprofit organization, you get money from the city, right? You get a check from the city. Sometimes the state will give you get a grant. This can potentially mess up his bag as a promoter because you have definitely did not complete the grant money by having the person there performing. If they send complaints to the city and make the city look like y'all giving money to people that ain't doing what they said they was going to do with the money. So he have no other choice but to sue Saucy Santana. I wouldn't even ask the city you should ask the city to do it, but I won't even get them involved in it. I would do it personally and just sue them to get the money back, to pay back the city, to save your relationship with the city, because you probably will not be able to get no more seed money to do an event if you don't get this one resolved, okay? We heard it here first, all right? And definitely, because you got to get that money back, because the city is not going to give you no more money if word come out that we have gave you a grant and you couldn't even get the artist that you said in the grant that you was going to do. So you got to get it together, all right? Y'all heard it here first on the Wiley Show, okay? Thank you so very much for that way. All right, so let's go ahead on. We're going to go to our other topic here. We got a lot more topics to get into. We are live here on the Wiley Show. We got the exclusive right here on the Wiley Show. Make sure y'all send it to the blogs. Did you go to your appointment? Why you didn't go? You got to go to the appointment, and you can reach. Anyway. So we definitely had to get that exclusive. Okay. We worry about all that. Everything we done is very highly legal. Stuff like that. He wants this story to come out because again, we have gotten this story out. Okay. Nobody will get arrested. This is all that type of stuff. You YouTube lawyers, sit down. You ain't no lawyer. This guy want this story out because he wouldn't answer the phone. He want the story out. He want the story out. TMZ got the story wrong. He sent it to the neighborhood talk. And okay, so he definitely want this story out, okay? Because this is messing up his credibility. All right. Sit down, you YouTube lawyers, and y'all, you ain't even got no law license. You don't represent, you ain't even no lawyer. All right. Y'all read some on Google and y'all, he gonna get it. You ain't no lawyer. All right. Sit down. Shush. Enjoy the content. And if they come, it'll be some more good content. Okay. All right. So it was definitely a great interview. He wants this story out. Okay. All right. So he definitely wants this. You definitely want this story out. You ain't gonna go get arrested because you record an interview of a man that go right. Y'all stop all that. Y'all be so quick to be just say that. But I will tell because this ain't no private. This is all public. All right. All public, and we got the exclusive. Okay. He ain't gonna be quiet. Oh well, Wiley recorded me, and I said don't record. Baby, we got the story out. This ain't no secret government documents. This is literally a story where Saucy Santana scammed the promoter. All right? Scammed the promoter. And they paid him more. I've got texts from artists that they don't even get that amount of money. But I understand why they did it because this is a gay organization. And they get money to help fund other deals. Okay? They get money for that. So with testing, that helps them get more money. So that's why they book people like Saucy Santana to get the community to come through. They would book Lil Nas X, but he charged $100,000. Do you hear me? He charged $100,000. Okay? All right? $100,000. And you can make more than that. If I were a promoter, if somebody give me a grant to book Lil Nas out, that's my maker as a promoter. I'll be the hottest promoter ever. Because I know for a fact I can charge you about $60 a head and make my money back. And that venue gonna be packed boots. Because if the gay community don't come, the straight community will be up in there. White people will be up in there. I'll make my money back. And that's why a lot of the pro they don't want to pay Lil Nas. They would rather take a risk with Saucy Santana. And look what happened. Look what happened. He didn't show up. Showed up late. And then his people wanted more money. Child. Let's move on. All right. Let's move. We got the exclusive. We got the exclusive here on the Wiley Show. Now send that to the blog. Did y'all send it to the blogs? All right. Don't send me no more text. Send it to the blogs. Okay. Don't send me another text unless you send me a screenshot that you send it to the blogs. Okay. All right. Told you we don't play over here. We will call. And we will get the exclusive. Any questions for me? Regardless, he said it to you on record. Anybody? We got the exclusive. It ain't mad. Now, they probably won't even talk about it because Wiley got the exclusive. Let me call somebody. Let me call one of my blog connects. Some of y'all ain't, the other folks ain't going to talk about it. They said all sorts of Red Bull and chicken when you do a show. Hey, Kyle, this is Wiley. I just got off the phone with the promoter for One Memphis, One Vision, and we had a conversation. I would definitely send it to. I don't know if you got word of it, but he definitely dropped some tea. And so call me back. I should be done with my show in about, I would say, 30 minutes, and I'll definitely call you back. All right. Bye. Okay. Let's move on. don't play no games. Thank you, Sam. Proud of you. Did a good job. Okay. We did an awesome job here live on the Wiley Show. We will continue to do a good job because this is what we do. All right. We get the story. All right. Let's move on. Okay. Now, Remy Ma and Papoose. I hope I said this right. Now, this came across my desk. I told you that woman. Okay, let me read the article because this is what my team came up with. Okay, and I stand by what we post on the WileyTroll.com. Everything we post on there is true. Okay, so Remy Ma gets caught cheating on Papoose, her husband, right? I hope I said his name right. Rumor has it that the rapper Remy Ma and husband and rapper Papoose may be over because of the infidelity. Remy Ma allegedly had an encounter with rapper Easy the Block Captain, and it's being said that when the two ran into each other, Papoose knocked Easy the Block Captain out. Remy and Papoose met in 2004. 4 years later, Remy was sentenced to 8 years in prison for assault after popping a woman who was a member of her entourage. During Remy's time in prison, she married Papoose, who remained by her side and also remained faithful. When she was released in 2014, Papoose was right there waiting for Remy and started writing music for her. The crazy thing about this that you rarely see or hear of someone staying faithful to anyone on the streets, but Papoose was faithful while she did her time in prison. He also took a picture with his children on Father's Day, and Remy allegedly wasn't around. Hopefully, this is just a mistake that can be worked out. She probably did cheat it. You know, she's a ruthless thug. Bad rapper. She can rap, but never could get no hits. And if he did cheat it, like, you the one that's stupid, Papoose, being faithful to a chick that's in prison. Ain't nowhere in the world. Once you go to prison, it's in the law. It's in the vows that I can go out and cheat. Okay? Ain't nowhere in the world where I be here having a relation and being faithful to a chick that went to prison. Ain't nowhere in the world. I think that Remy is doing this to create controversy, to sell records, and she's willing to risk her life. Risk her marriage to do all that. If she did do it, it's crazy. Papoose, you need to be screwing other chicks out here. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm going to just be faithful to a chick that's out here giving her punani and everything, and you've been faithful all that time. And, ain't nowhere in the world. But, I'm with you, Ty. I doubted that he was faithful while she was in prison. Okay? I really doubt that. Ain't nowhere in the world. Men got need. Every morning you wake up, you hard. Ain't nowhere in the world. You mean to tell me that you didn't smash nothing while she was in prison? You say ain't nowhere in the world. That's a big old reach that you get hard every morning wood, hard. And you mean to tell me you ain't gonna smash nothing while that woman, you stay faithful? Man, please, unless that thing don't work. Okay? Unless that thing don't work. They said, no, it's a crime to get government money and not use it as you stated. It is a crime, yeah? So do y'all think do you think she cheated? Press 1 if y'all think she cheated. Also, we will open up the phone lines. Press 1 if you think you cheated. Okay? Press 1 if you think she cheated. I think she cheated, so I'm going to press 1. I'm going to start with 1. Press 2 is all cap. She didn't cheat. Press 1 if you think she cheated. Press 2 is all cap. She did not cheat. Press 1, she cheated. Press 2, she did not cheat. It's all cap. I want to see y'all. Come on. Press 1, she cheated. Press 2, she did not cheat. It's all cap. Press 1, she cheated. Press 2, she did not cheat. It's all cap. Press 1, she cheated. Press 2, she did not cheat. It's all cap. Press 1, she cheated. Press 2, she didn't cheat it. It's all cap. Press 1, she cheated. Press 2, she didn't cheat it. It's all cap. Okay. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, y'all saying it right there. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Okay, I want to make sure we talked about everything. Now, this Lil Kim stole from Lil Kim. I mean, Nicki Minaj stole from Lil Kim. Woo! Nicki Minaj stole from Lil Kim. And let me tell you why. Some people from her team sent it to me. No cap. They said, Wiley, she been had this song since 2020. All right. And Nicki have literally stolen it. Now, Kim is responding to it and saying that this song is what I had. I had it in the can. And so apparently, I don't know, and I want to put this out there that Nicki and also the guy, hold on one second, give me a second. Let me get my notes. That Nicki is doing a record where it's a sample, Ice Ice Baby. All right. So Lil Kim performed at Chicago and she previewed a new single titled Nice Ice. The song is a sample of Vanilla Ice 1990 hit Ice Ice Baby. They said where it seems that Tyga and Nicki Minaj also have a song coming out using the same sample. Okay. And they're saying that it also rumored that the song would feature Ice Spice. After Kim's snippets started making rounds and trending all over the world, people start to wonder who copied who. Kim spoke out today via Instagram to let it be known that she been had this song cleared and ready to go since September of 2022. Okay, so that is what is being said here. And they said, Lil Kim said, Ben had this in the tuck, but since y'all want to talk ish, here you go. She posted this. This was on back in September of 2022. The email that was sent back in 2022, sent to her email, Kimberly Jones. So that is what has been said. Nicki Minaj have yet again stolen from Lil Kim. And then last night we had the privilege of listening to her show. And she played a song with her and Lil Kim because she's trying to change this narrative that she's so good with Kim and everything is good. So she played an old record that Kim did way better than her in the verse, way better than her in the verse and a song because she's trying to change the narrative that she don't steal from Lil Kim. She have always been a thief. Okay. And so she definitely posted this on her page and it's on Lil Kim page. Nicki is not but a thief. She's a thief. All right. It's definitely giving thievery. Thief. Okay. And so that's what I believe that really, really happened. I believe she yet again stole from Lil Kim. And then also Nicki have stole from Sweetie. She's another thief. She stole. And this is what she said over there on Instagram. She posted it on Instagram. And apparently Roland Ray, we do have a statement from Roland Ray. Roland Ray said this. Okay. And I'm going to read it. Roland Ray said this. Whoever trying to leak anything need to wait. Y'all know Lil Kim is very timely. She says it time and time again. It's going to be the right time. Timing is everything. You got to do your homework. We're so excited that Kim is about to wake it up, but please respect the release. On the other hand, Lil Kim gave us a track. We ready like spaghetti. You're about to eat them up. iTunes, Apple Music, other streaming services. Here we come. Better run and hide because here comes the beehive. And that is what was said over there by an A-list celebrity, Roland Ray. Okay. Okay, Roland Ray. Also, another person said this is straight fire in the chat. Okay. Okay. All right. So we definitely here. And I know I'm going to get dragged. Let's open up the phone lines. Nicki is a thief and a robber. She stole everything from Lil Kim, from the style to the face, to the lips, to the draws. She stole everything from Lil Kim. Let's go to the phone lines. All right. The number is 972-674-9462. We talked about Remy Ma. We talked about Saucy Santana. We talked about Lil Kim. We talked about all of these people. I want to make sure all these people, and we saw Remy Ma cheating on Papoose. This is what we talked about here on the Wiley Show. And we definitely talked about it here as well. So make sure y'all tune into the show right now. The number is 972-674-9462. Okay. Okay. The number is 972-674-9462. The number is 972-674-9462. Is y'all calling in? The number is 972-674-9462. Okay. The number is 972-674. Could y'all call in really quick? I want to hear y'all thoughts. We live. Wow, I didn't think it was almost 3 o'clock. We live. 972-674-9462 is the number. 972-674-9462. All right, let's do it. That's the number. Call in if you want to call in. All right. That is the number. 972-674-9462. All right. Thank y'all so very much. And don't call my phone once the show is over. Okay. Y'all like to do that because I'm going to hang up. I don't even answer. All right. You better call. I'll be calling my phone once the show is over with. Hello. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, Wiley.
Welcome.
Okay, tell the chat to stop doing Nicki because we love Nicki Minaj over here. But I called in because I feel like the neighborhood talk focused on the wrong part of the story. Now that we have the bigger picture, I mean, I don't know if it was the promoter who specifically wanted them to show the writer, but what he reneged on, I feel, is way bigger of a story than all the things that came with the gig. So I think it's really sad to hear that. I think it's really sad to hear that was such a big platform that he walked out on, and it's actually really sad. And I do think that he should be canceled for it because you clearly don't care. Like, you don't care. Who in their right mind would book a flight 1 hour before their event is supposed to happen? That's crazy.
I hear you. And also we got more stuff that we're going to update here because apparently his Saucy Santana team sent something to the neighborhood talk. So we definitely going to dive into that. We're going to post those receipts. But my thing is this: you did not do your job. You showed up late. But we're going to dive into what the text messages that Saucy Santana team and the promoter sent. So we're going to dive into that as well. And we're going to get into that because we just got that across my desk just about somebody just sent me the text. So we can get into that. But thank you, ma'am, because I believe that neighborhood talk, they only focus more so. It's the comments really focus on the writers because Reddit, that's mostly people. Sometimes people read the comments before they read the posts. That's just how it is. And the comments, the people in the neighborhood talk, the comments, the viewers, they focus more so on the money. I mean, on the Popeye chicken and on the liquor.
So you feel like the neighborhood talks post was like gave enough depth about the meaning behind the performance? Because when he said like it was for HIV/AIDS testing, awareness, and homelessness, I felt like neighborhood talk should have led with that, or that should have been like the headline at least. I don't agree. I don't know. I just
you don't agree with the headline, yes. But you got I put myself in Kaya's shoes. It's all about the clicks. And so that's not as sexy. You gotta put Juneteenth, Pride, Juneteenth, because that gets the audience, mostly the women. And then posting that writer is very good because it put in there that he said women degree spray. That make women comment more in the chat. Because some women don't like Saucy Santana to try to be like them, try to be feminine, and he's still a man. And that just came right after he said he want to beat up somebody's sister. I beat up your sister too, or something like that. So I understand why Kyle did it. Kyle comes from Neighborhood Talk. Actually, Kyle used to write those caps for Neighborhood Talk, and they stole some of his formula once they fired him. And so that's what keeps the Neighborhood Talk going. They post that to get the viewer, the reader, I'm saying, to go and click on there and share those articles.
Well, I don't know. I still feel like the bigger picture. I understand, but I understand marketing, but I still feel like that is the bigger message, and it's sad because I feel like that's more important than a click and a view. What he did in general, if equality is on the horizon, what he did in general is much bigger than him requesting chicken, Vaseline, and Red Bull.
Yeah, but so it's funny. And then also that's what made me to go deeper in the story and to call the promoter directly because no one called him. He have not been called. Right. Like they called them, TMZ did, but they got the story wrong. So it was my job to call him and to have this conversation with him, and he was able to give us more in-depth information.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you for your opinion on that, but that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you.
Oh, and don't do me over Nicki Minaj.
All right. Thank you, Val.
You're welcome.
Okay, and we're gonna get more into that. Okay, we got one more call that. Okay, let's get this person on.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Oh, hey, Wiley, how you doing?
Doing well.
Okay, I said, well, let me call in and shake it up and mess with you. You always trying to be slick and shit with Nicki. Don't be doing Nicki like that. Nicki ain't stole her face, her draws, and come on now, knock it off.
You said Nicki did not?
She did not steal her face, her draws, her nothing. Stop it. Now, Vanilla Ice, they sampled it, so each person sampled it. Okay, y'all make your own version. That doesn't mean that she stole something from Kim. They both went to Vanilla Ice, get permission to use his track. They sampled it. Big deal. Everybody sampled a whole lot of stuff. But why is everybody on trying to hate and really, really hate and sabotage Nicki? That's what I don't understand. Ever since she announced that her song is coming out on the 23rd, sabotage mode has been in effect. Like, everything you turn around is something negative about Nicki. I don't understand. Like, why is there so much hate for this lady?
Well, I don't think it's hate at all. I think that she's a thief and a robber. And I think she stole from Lil' Kim. And that's my opinion.
Okay, well, what did she steal from Lil' Kim?
I think she stole her style, her Barbie style. And I also think that she stole the sample and trying to do it. She knew that Kim was going to release the record and she's trying to bait Kim again because she had this obsession trying to get under Kim's skin. Again, I believe she is a thief and a robber. And that's just my opinion.
Okay, so listen. I am a Lil' Kim fan, matter of fact, because that was my era. Now, Lil' Kim has never been Barbie. Lil' Kim has straight been hardcore, explicit, sexual. Now, when Nicki did come in the game after Lil' Kim was released from jail or whatever, I would say this. I'm going to not blame everything on Nicki, but I will blame some part of the industry. I do believe the industry told Nicki, to look a certain way and do this. And I do think some of the styles might have came from Kim. I'm not going to take that away from her. But I also understand and look at where Nicki came from, being that she is, Trinidad. They have their own styles and techniques as well. So I just believe that the industry was part blame And maybe Nicki did take some of her looks, maybe willingly or not willingly. I don't know. But the bottom line is she has enhanced it 10 times, period. That's what we're not going to do is take away her talent and all of that. She has inspired people just like Little Kim has inspired people. I hate that they're going through that. Look, Nicki has paid her homage and respect to Little Kim many a times in the past, and people act like she didn't. She did. What part I don't get is why everybody panties is in a bunch. Rapping is a sport. It is battle rap. I'm going against you. It's a competition. I'm not going to sit here and be singing Kumbaya. If you say you the queen, then I'm coming for the queen. I'm going to come checkmate. And that's what Nicki did. She checkmate. Now, who running up now trying to take the crown? Who going to checkmate Nicki? Ain't nobody in the game for 15 years came and did a checkmate. They can't take the crown. They can't even tip the goddamn crown. But everybody hates Nicki. Why? Don't hate Nicki, hate the game.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, anybody else want to call in? All right. Thank everybody else for their support, for calling in. Anybody else want to make sure before we get into these text messages here? Anybody else? Look, him has been on the. Let's. Okay. All right. Okay, I want to make sure. All right. Okay, let's get into these text messages. Okay. So this is what was sent to the neighborhood talk. Okay, these are the text messages. Well, I didn't think this. Okay. They said the neighborhood talk exclusive South Santana team denies allegations that they purposely tried to take the organization money for the booking. Claimed the organization told them that Saucy Santana could still make the booking despite his tardiness, but changed their minds once he arrived in Memphis. Okay. All right. So this is what the text message. Let's go a screen share here. I'm going to put this number down that we can take some more calls if y'all want to call in. This is live here. Live. Neighborhood talk. All right. They said a mess between Sultan. I want to make sure y'all can read it. Okay, I'm going to make sure. All right. It's a little small print here, so y'all bear with me. The mess between Santana's team and the organization showing that they were okay with Santana being late due to personal reasons. They said right here, the flight, you don't need to do anything at this time. If you would like to search for alternate flight, you may change your flight at no additional cost. At Delta, we apologize for the inconvenience and we will keep you updated on any future changes. They said he's on the plane. If you can meet me at the lobby at 8:45 and 9 o'clock p.m., please. Hey, please call me. He is heading to the Cardinal and hotel. Can you come meet me in the lobby? I'm here. Okay, coming. It's between the promoter and also the rep from the Memphis, the One Voice organization. Let's go to this one. They said, got you, picking you all up in a brand new 2022 caddy truck. You all have it the entire time till departure. Perfect. Thank you. Did confirm the money for the after hours. Also, all large bills for the back end as well, please. They said, I think the plan is just to extend the party pending the vibe and Saucy is down. Just pass over more cash if need be when the time comes. I'll do my absolute best to do large bills. It's Sunday, but I'll see what I can work out. Okay, thanks. Your flight is now departing at 9:15 p.m. on June 18th from Atlanta. They said, message between Saucy Santana and organization discussing the after-hours booking prior to Saucy Santana missing his flight, proving that the idea to do another booking after the main one was their idea, not his team. They blotted out some information here from Lou. The drivers were not paid despite the organization wanted their money back from Santana for the transportation that night. Hey, were you paid for your services yesterday? No, I don't care nothing about that part. This is the part that gets me. Number one, you have a contract. Number two, you didn't show up. Number two, you showed up late. We have the exclusive here on the show that he got here like at 10 o'clock. And the promoter said, listen, you already been late. So why would I pay you more money when you haven't even done the first part of the deal? You know what I'm saying? Why would I pay you more money when you haven't even showed up and you violated the contract? So then on the neighborhood talk, it's saying this. It said neighbors yesterday, we exclusively reported about a Memphis nonprofit organization, One Memphis, One Vision, having an issue with Saucy Santana and his team for allegedly missing out on a booking and running off with the money. Well, Saucy Santana team is claiming that none of this is true. They claim that OMOV allegedly lied about continuing the booking, which is the only reason why they refused to give the money back. His team exclusively told us when Santana initially missed his flight due to him leaving his wallet at home, they let the OMOV know that he would be late. At the time, OMOV claimed that it was fine because they were trying to extend the time of the event anyway. Santana team claimed they asked multiple times if it was okay to still come, in which OMOV told them it was fine. Once Santana arrived in Memphis, they reportedly tried to get in contact with OMOV, but no one would answer. By the time they did, the hostel was over and OMOV was livid that they missed the booking. A representative of OMOV met with Santana team in the lobby to figure out what could be done. Prior to the booking, OMOV claimed that there would be an after-hours spot for Santana could attend. But that in mind, Santana team asked OMOV about the extra opportunity, but OMOV changed their minds and decided not to go through it. That's when tensions began to flare. The OMOV demanded his team to pay them back the money for the booking and other expenses. Santana team claimed they refused because from their perspective, Santana was there and ready, but OMOV flipped the script on them the last minute. They claimed OMOV wanted the money back for the transportation hotel, but allegedly none of those things were paid for that night. The text message showed the driver said he wasn't paid, despite OMOV saying they paid $2,000 for the black car service. The Santana team also said the hotel that they were in said that the car on file in the room was allegedly declining during the stay. The Santana team said that the lawyers will be involved and they will resolve it in the best way they can. This is what I want to say. Brother, you was already late. And you just need to pay them people back their money. You need to pay them back. He said, depending on the vibe, meaning that the people probably left. They was pissed that you didn't show up. They was pissed that you didn't show up. They were pissed you didn't show up. Okay? That's lies. I'm like, you can't get no room in no car decline. I'm sorry, baby. That's a whole lot. Wait a minute. I need somebody in here that work in a hotel. Wait a minute. You can get a room in your car. It can just be declining. Hold up. I need somebody that work in a hotel. Man, I ain't gonna bet a call. I gotta connect that work in a hotel. She ain't gonna want to come on the air. She works in a hotel industry, but she not gonna want to be on. She not gonna want to come on. Ain't no way in the world. Like you get a car, it could be declining. Wait a minute, can somebody call in about that? Can somebody call in? Let me put the number on the screen. Can you literally get a hotel room and the car can be declining? Somebody said, no, you can't. No, they run the car. Can somebody call it about that? Wait a minute. I just don't understand that. So you can just book a hotel and it can get declined like that? Wait a minute. Where is the person at? Simply. So they said they charge the deposit, then when you show up, charge the rest, it declines. They usually run the card for the room plus before they give you the key. Really? Wait a minute. This ain't making no sense, child. Because every time I book a room, my car was over decline. So can somebody explain that to me? They said, okay. Wow. Okay. I just don't understand that. I just don't understand that. Your call has been. I'm gonna mind my business, okay? Ask the question again. I'm not getting something about the situation. So you can book a room. It never happened to me. You have to use a credit card to place on file. Yeah, I've always paid all that type of stuff. This is so sad. We had the exclusive here on the Wiley Show, okay? All right, y'all. They charge you in full at check-in. Okay. I thought they charged you before when I booked the hotel in Vegas. They charged me up front. Unless that change. Okay, let me call somebody that work in a hotel. Give me a second. Let me call her. What hotel was they in? What hotel was they? Wait a minute. You can decide when you want to pay in full most of the time. Really? They do a temporary hold on it. What hotel are y'all going to? They may have put a hold against your credit card. While I don't think you were charged first completely. They put a hold. So how can it get declined if they're putting a hold on it? I'm not understanding that. Then they put a hold on it. Yes. Okay. Wow. This is something. Okay. They put a temporary hold. I don't think I'm ever charged a complete amount ahead of. Okay. I've been to a couple of hotels and I've always paid. I never declined, so I don't know. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley, I can't stay long, but just to let you know, like on Priceline and stuff like that, you have the option for them to pay in full.
Okay.
Or what some people do is they have like a vanilla gift card that has probably nothing on it, and they book a room. And when they get to the hotel, they switch out that card that they placed on hold, that gift card, and then they use the original card that have money on the card. But yes, because some people forget to cancel the room if they're not going to make the trip anymore.
Yeah, because they keep saying the hotel was declining, but you already in the hotel room. They're not going to let you in the hotel if your card keep declining.
Exactly, because they will call security and the police.
Yeah, so that's a lie, because they can't say the card kept declining. They ain't putting you in no room. Get you in the room and your card declining. What hotel is that?
Exactly, and I seen somebody in the comments said for you to just call it a hotel, a random hotel, and ask. I would just call a fancy hotel, the W Hotel, the Hilton, and ask.
Because this thing with Santana, it is all bad business. I don't care how you spend it.
He's nothing but a goofy dog. I don't trust him. He's trifling. How dare him do that this month? The LGBT, like, how could you do that to your own people? You are trifling, Santana. You're not even salty to me. I don't like you. I hope no one never books you for anything else. This is a lesson learned to the bookers. You guys have to do better. And good job, Wally, to get that exclusive.
Because we have the exclusive here from the promoter, because no one talked to the promoter.
And TMZ got it wrong.
And they got it wrong. And I keep trying to tell people, they get things wrong too. I just think that nobody called the promoter. And this is why that promoter have to do interview. And a lot of these bloggers he naming, they ain't gonna talk about this. Did he say Larry Reed? He said, baby, you on the phone with Wiley. These people, they ain't moving fast enough.
Exactly. I was praying that you get that number because you were searching for that number, baby.
Did I search for it?
Get that number.
In real time. I searched for it. I said, we going to find it because it's not non-profit. And so, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll talk about it now because we talked about it. But I saw it. I said, we can go further. And maybe because I hang around journalists, people, because I've been covering city government and I talk to a lot of journalists, I call a lot of journalists, they go a little deeper. I'm like, okay, this is one set. I need to hear from the source.
If you want the story, you have to chase the story, and you did that.
And that's what the guy, that's what the guy with the glasses with 7 people watching him, he said, it's a dirty game. You got to get dirty. Because
I'm here for it and I love it.
Because so Santana team, they getting dirty, blotting out text messages and stuff like that. But and we also got to get dirty too and get the by any means necessary. They just say, oh, it's illegal, you're gonna get arrested. Let him call. He ain't gonna cooperate with no cops. He ain't gonna do that. This people, you gotta understand, these are gays. He wants the narrative out. He wants people to know because he stayed on that phone. He wants people to know that he was
for a very long time.
He ain't gonna be calling no authorities and be like, okay, let's just say Wiley do get arrested. Let's just put it up, get arrested, record all this free publicity. Do you understand how much
that his organization is getting?
And then
what
Wiley gonna be getting? You understand what I'm saying?
Publicity, exactly.
It's all. This ain't no secret government document. This is chat. And he said,
I do want to say this, Wiley. I want to know if TMZ and the Neighborhood Talk, being that they ran the story, would they retract their story and do an update?
No. Then they're a lot of times they're not gonna do it with Wiley because they don't want to help people, which is sad and pathetic. Because a true journalist, they supposed to be journalists. Okay, somebody recorded. If I were to have Trump on the show, this is what makes different between these so-called crap black journalists. Crap. If I were to interview Trump today, as an example, CNN, MSNBC, everybody and their mama will be calling me. They ain't gonna be like, oh, we're not gonna give no credit. Don't say no name. Don't say no name. Don't say no. They don't do that. They're going to be blowing up my phone to get the exclusive, to have me on the show. I'll be on all the shows because I have Trump, especially if Trump. The question I ask, if people that want to do black media, unfortunately, they do favoritism media. Meaning, if you ain't my favorite, you're my competitor, I'm not gonna give you no press. And you remember this, Icon, they would say, well, Wiley ain't breaking no story. We breaking stories. But you would be silent because you don't want to give Wiley the clout. Everybody is watching. They see it. They all ain't watching. They all just on the side. They ain't going live. They see what's going on, but they ain't going to talk about it because Wiley talked about it. They're breaking.
But my thing is, it's for a celebrity. Saucy Santana is a celebrity, so I think they should do the right thing and talk about this situation.
They
while
should.
Exclusive.
Shouldn't they be going live and talk? It's their Pride Month. They all watching. Icon, let's not be stupid here. You know they watching.
We know they're in the bushes. They need to drop down.
You know they in the bushes watching. You know these people are sending to it, but they're gonna be silent because Wiley covered it. It's gonna come a time your pride, either you're gonna be stupid or you ain't gonna have no choice but to talk about it. We reached out. We called Saucy Santana.
We the people need to tag these bloggers and let them know that you had an exclusive.
We have time. We sent it to them directly. We have these people phone numbers, and we send it to them, and like we send it to them on the shade when we send it to the Neighborhood Talk. And guess what? It'll be SEEN, no response. Meaning they see it. We ain't posting that because that make you look good. We done this. We done the same thing. We interviewed Rolling Ray. Remember that?
I remember Rolling Ray came on.
And the same day he was getting dragged, we got the exclusive from that day.
About his boyfriend.
His boyfriend.
I remember.
Nobody talked. They didn't repost it.
Millie
did. Talked about it. Milagro will be the only one because she have integrity. The rest of them,
and that's what I like about her. Yeah.
They're going to look at that and keep it moving.
Yep.
They're gonna look at that and keep it moving. And my followers, I know them. Hopefully they sent it to the blogs because
lucky you, Wiley, you have your own blog as well.
And we have our own. That's why we work so hard to build our own thing. Because the reason why I did it because I got tired of sending it to these people and they don't respond to us.
And it's the same. Especially your own kind. You understand? Your own black.
Oh, they don't do that. And they be the first ones. Oh, new black media. They say that a lot. And baby, when it's time to do it, they ain't no media. They ain't gonna talk about it. Because we've been doing the work. We purposely, because I'm showing people I don't have to talk about YouTubers. We do that for fun. We can start talking today. And we have started talking about them. And now they ain't doing nothing. It ain't just as dry bones.
But I do want to say this real quick about the list that Saucy Santana placed for his room. I had to get some items for a green room for a couple celebrities as well, and you should see the things on their list. I can't go into details, but it was condoms, lube, because they request the stuff, and you have to please the artist. So you have the
condoms, lube, and stuff. Like I used to be a booker, and that used to be in the thing, condom, lubes, and all type of stuff. One wanted some crackers and with burnt ends, so I have to buy.
But it has to be what they want. Like it has to be like the particular brand that they want.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel you, but I'm glad that we were able to talk because you see this, because the narrative will remember the narrative All Wiley talk about is YouTube. Okay, we stopped
It's
talking about it.
YouTubers. Mm-hmm.
And now we got exclusive. They all silent.
It's crazy.
I'm just telling these people, hypocrites. They did all
But what you need to
talk.
do is break it down and run it back. Run that separate. Chop it up and break down that exclusive.
Baby, of course we gonna run that separate.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. Okay. All right,
Wally.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Hello?
Yeah, so I see the article, and then his publicist called me again and was like, well, the damage is just done, so we were forced to just kind of defend ourselves. And I'm like, are you serious? I said, are you serious? You gotta know that I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna put my gloves on and make sure I talk to V's, Gilead, and make sure that they never support a pride that Saucy Santana is gonna be a part of. You gotta know that you're not taking money from a person or a promoter. You're taking money from an entity that does a great work.
It's so sad because when I said, brother, I gotta see that text. I'm like, they trying to paint you as the bad man here.
They trying to paint me as a bad person here, saying that Saucy could still perform despite his tardiness. And I'm like, how can Saucy perform despite his tardiness when he arrived at 8? Look at the timestamp that they sent in. He arrived at 9:40 for an event that stopped at 10 and went straight to the hotel.
That's sad. What did you reach out to the neighborhood talk to give them more of a statement, because they blotted out some text messages? Because I'm reading right here. They said that you didn't pay the driver. They said the car at the hotel was declining.
Yeah, so I told the hotel to take my car off. Take my car off off of their reservation and make them come downstairs and pay it. I'm not, because at that point we had a breach of contract. They swiped my car while we were sitting at the table in the lobby. They swiped my card again 3 more times, and Bank of America sent me a fraud alert for me to approve. For me to say, you know how they text you and you have to say yes, because at that rate they would have swiped my card 6 times in one day, twice for 3 rooms. So I looked Miss Creighton in the face and told her, you all got to figure out how you're going to pay for your rooms, because I'm not going to pay for your rooms after you've breached your contract.
And
I'm not doing that.
You're not just paying for one room, you're paying for his
3 suites. I put them in suites. So I told the hotel, take my car off. Make them create their own reservation. I'm not doing that. No.
Because they showed up late. And what was the time when Saucy came into the hotel when he was there? What was that time?
Saucy had to get to the hotel at like, hold on, I can tell you. So Saucy and I got to the hotel in a 5-minute difference. And when I texted her that I'm here, Miss Creighton, Saucy walked into the hotel 5 minutes prior to that. So I said I'm here at 9:46. Saucy got to the hotel at 9:40.
Because the narrative is they're trying to paint a picture that you agreed to do an after party and you reneged on that. And they felt like
we couldn't come to an understanding on what. So first of all, the after party was not me. That was another promoter who was trying to get, you know how you invest to bring a bunch of money, bring a person in with a bunch of money, and the other promoter say, well, see if you can get them to stop out here for X amount of dollars. So that promoter was not willing to pay Saucy the amount of money that that person was not willing to pay Saucy that amount of money. And the venue was not willing to extend it. They said it's not an all-night party. So I told them it's probably just not going to happen on an after hours. Once she called me the next morning, I said it's probably just not going to happen. It's too last minute, and we have to try to get everybody ready to go to another venue. It's too much. That's just not. So when they landed, and I met her, and she goes, "Well, tell Saucy to." When I landed, she said, ask Saucy to perform at another venue. Find us another venue for Saucy to perform at for $10,000, and we want the back end. I said, I'm not giving you a back end, and I'm not going to be finding another venue for you all to perform at until we talk about how you guys are going to fix this contract. I said, I'm more than willing to put something together, or he'll put something together tomorrow, or reach out to some people about tomorrow and see what could possibly be done. But what I can't do anything until you all tell me how you're going to redeem this contract.
Oh man, because when I saw that, I'm like, they trying to paint you as a scammer, that you a liar.
Man, please. Well, one thing about it, two things for sure. At the end of the day, that contract reads what it is, and we know Saucy was paid. So the whole narrative of them trying to escape this is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. At the end of the day, you owe this entity money. And then when we called Johnny, we reached out to the global talent agency before reaching out to the media, and his response was, "Do what you got to do. That's why we got attorneys."
Wow.
Because we don't give money back. So that's why that's why we went to the media. That's why we had to.
And you still have not talked to Saucy personally. This is all through the
never, which is what I just told his publicist. I said I have not talked to I said I didn't talk to artists that night. I didn't get a phone call from anybody the next morning. I called the owner of the agency, and the owner of the agency said, "Do what you got to do because we don't get money back." So at that rate, I have to go to the media. And she was like, "Well, you said this to TMZ, and that's why we reported this to the Neighborhood Talk." I said, "Well, let's be clear. TMZ got it wrong, and I'm going to you." I said, not only did TMZ get it wrong, but I corrected TMZ and told them that I never told them that, and they did, and their reporting was unintegral. And you'll get that screenshot to your phone. That's why it's so important to use black media.
Yeah, I have that because you just sent me that the screenshot here. Like, this is sad, man. This is, yeah, I see it right now.
So it's like, instead of just responding, you know what I'm saying, and just say, "Hey, we're gonna give you 5 today, 5 tomorrow, and 5 on Friday," it's like you're just trying to get out of it altogether.
And this is
obviously
the
driver.
What you sent TMZ.
I sent that to TMZ, telling them that they reported it wrong, and I asked and begged them to correct it.
Wow. Oh, this, and it's so sad that this is like sloppy journalism. Like, this is the proof right here, and didn't recant it,
and didn't fix it.
Wow, this is crazy. I'm definitely going to post this all on there, and I want to tell you, have any of the other mainstream media outlets or any other want to bring you on their show or something like that? Because this is a very interesting story. Why haven't no black media are lining up to get you?
Well, obviously, my thing is protecting my organization.
Yeah,
I am not in any way interested in hurting our organization because we do work outside of just the LGBTQIA community. You know what I'm saying? And so that means our funding and ways that we get funded come from other outlets. And so going mainstream with Saucy Santana, we got to be ready to just go for it all. So I'm trying to give them an opportunity to just make it right. I'm not enjoying any of this. I'm not enjoying it.
Because they're dragging you already because they're already on attack mode. And so you have to respond.
I have to respond. You know, they're forcing me to. And so I just, before I talk to you, I was on the phone with the publicist. I was like, look, there are entities and organizations that fund the Pride experiences that book Saucy. And when they start asking me what's happening, I'm going to tell them. So you can't be mad about the Neighborhood Talk because I'm finna really get into Saucy's bag if he doesn't come up with our coins. And I even told her, I said, I'm praying that this is not Saucy. I'm praying that this is just junky management, that the management company is junky.
Because obviously he see what's going on. I mean, this is all on Saucy since he's not that busy. This is not Beyonce. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said.
So he see what's going on. I can understand if this like Beyonce, somebody just the president of the United States or something. This is Saucy Santana that lives and breathes on the internet. So he see what's going on. And it's his, even if it is his management, that's still a part of you because they represent you. So it's like it's so sad, man. It's really sad. And it's embarrassing.
I told I told Saucy to, I tagged him, and he saw it. I said, you know, it would be different. You all owe me. We know y'all owe me $22,000, primarily because the black car service, the tab you guys ran up. I ran up the way I was able to get the rider fulfilled was just to allow the venue to provide it. So obviously, I'm now responsible for that. So when I add it all up, you know, they obviously owe me this money. For me to just ask them for $5,000 and a public apology, and we can figure the rest out later, was grace.
Yeah. Did you reach out to the Shade Room? Did Angie and them send you something on there? Because
I reached out to the Shade Room, and they told me to send an email to Shade News at Shade Room, and I did. No one responded. But I would love to talk to them about this.
Maybe. Have you ever thought about recording a video?
I don't mind recording a video. That just puts my face on the forefront, to which, you know, we have a communications lead that does that. It would be her, but I don't necessarily know if it would be as impactful because she's a woman and we're talking about a pride event.
It have to be you.
Sometimes the lines can be
if I were you, to make your narrative come out, you need to make a statement and you need to drag it, because this is about the community at stake. And this is also will hurt multiple promoters. So on the behalf of the promoters, you have to make a statement. You have to. Because this is not your reputation. It's everybody's reputation on the line that getting government grants. This is how y'all feed the community. And word get out that some scamming stuff come on. A lot of these people won't be able to get grants. They'll be like, we ain't gonna be able to do this. We trust. So you have to speak up on the behalf of the community.
You know, that's what it looks like. I'm forced to do so now. Even when the publicist just called me, I was like, well, ma'am, you saying that I just wanted to just ruin this boy's career. I said, I hadn't even got started yet. I said, because when I get on the phone with V's and Gilead and these other organizations who fund prides across the country, they actually end up giving Saucy booking money. They're the ones who are paying Saucy's booking money. I'm going to really get into his bag. So we got to figure this out. We need to figure this out quickly.
Yeah, it definitely, because what they're doing, they're sending it to the neighborhood talk, and one of the texts really just make my skin crawl. They sent a text to the driver, and this driver said that he wasn't paid.
So the way that the drivers work is once the job is complete, they send you the invoice. So they talked to the driver yesterday at 10 o'clock, and the driver had just sent the invoice. So it was just kind of like, it was just messy for no reason. That's almost equivalent to them sending me that boy's, warrant information, saying that he was a sexual offender. It's like, you guys are taking every avenue but accountability.
The driver?
No, so I guess somebody who performed, who volunteered to perform at the venue, had a criminal past, and they brought up the boy's criminal past as if, you know, that would have been hurtful to Saucy's brand. I said, well, you all approved this flyer. I said, no one's sitting up looking up people's criminal history. You know, it's just, we're trying to uplift the community, not tear it apart. You know, these kids are young.
Because like you said, the flyer that you have up on the guy with the glasses, they approved that flyer.
They approved it.
Okay.
They approved the flyer.
Here.
I sent it to Johnny, and he go, hold on, I saw a text message here. I sent the hold on. Joey, here it is. So I sent the flyer to Saucy. He said Saucy need a flyer with him and him only. I said, he said yes. I said, he gonna post it. He said, of course. I said, one moment. I said, we really want to give platform to local gay artists as well. I said, would it not work to use that flyer, perhaps them smaller? I said, it's pride and we have to stick together. He says, you can use that and we'll have ours as well. And I'm sending that to you. So they approved the flyer.
I would love to talk to that publicist because she's doing a lot of dirty stuff here. And
she is so dirty. She is so dirty. She's so dirty. Like, she's incredibly dirty.
She's incredibly dirty. Like, she's sending you stuff and then trying to drag your name in the dirt.
Just trying to drag it. She called me and I told her, I said, man, well, you know, your boss told us that he doesn't give money back. and that we got to do what we got to do. I said, so that's the only reason why Saucy is in this circumstance. I said, I don't look forward to. I said, I'm not enjoying this at all. I really just want my money back at the end of the day. Y'all owe me a lot of money.
Wow, this is.
And they better hope I don't go to. They really need to pray that I don't. That this meeting with Bank of America doesn't pan in my favor, because if I can dispute the transaction, it's over with. Because I did a Bank of America to Bank of America.
Because they would try to charge your car, you're going to dispute the charge. This is really something, because you sent the money to them, and we will see how this is going to play out, because this is a lot for you, and I know you're under a lot of stress. That's why I had to reach out to you, because I see how they're playing these games, and they're trying to drag you in the media.
It's like you owe this money. You owe this money. And why would I pay for your hotel and you done breached your contract? No, ma'am, I'm not doing that. You need to pay. You need to figure it out.
Yeah, because I think for me, I've been in media for a long time. Making a public statement will go much further, because it will put a face to this, because they already have painted you to being not paying a driver. They say your card was a client on the hotel. You did tell me that you took your card off the room, because you need to give your side of the. The public is on your side, because one thing that you did send the neighborhood talk was the contract, and clear
the contract and the check.
White, they have violated. They did not keep their end of the bargain. He didn't show up to the gig.
My thing is, give me the money back. Give me the money back, and I ain't got nothing else to say to nobody about it.
Oh yeah.
Just give us our money back. That's just doing the right thing. It just doesn't make any sense for them to look for every angle that they can to spin this story when contractually on paper. Now, what they'll end up doing is they'll find themselves in a defamation suit. Coupled with the contractual suit that they already owe. I mean, everyone already knows, it's clear as day, that they owe money. It's clear as day. Clear as day.
This is something, man. I'm so glad that I had to see those messages off the neighborhood talk, because I'm like, they was literally trying to paint you to be the bad guy,
which is crazy when he didn't show up on time. That's wild. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Because I'm assuming, because I was looking at the paperwork here, that you pretty much started this organization back in 2020, or I could be wrong.
This organization actually started in 2016.
Okay.
We reorganized our paperwork in 2020.
Okay.
Since 2016, we've been hiring felons and hosting career fairs for felons and veterans. We've been doing this work with homeless people, Soup for the Soul, giving haircuts and socks and a warm meal to homeless people on a monthly. We've been doing real deal, actual work. So for them to scam us, it's just preposterous to me. It's perplexing to me.
Yeah, because like I said, your organization, one Memphis, like, you know what I'm saying, and one voice. And, this is Memphis get dragged a lot about the high crime, about things that happen in Memphis.
A high rate of STDs and HIV. Yeah. We got a lot of work that we got to do in our city.
It's a lot of work that needs to be done. And for Saucy to scam you with the taxpayers dollars. And one thing I know, you have integrity. You say, if it was my personal money, I would just charge it to the game. But these were taxpayers' dollars.
I have to go after it. I'm responsible for it. I have to go after it.
Do you feel like
because of this, I have to.
What about the neighborhood talk reporting? Do you feel like they're doing a good job reporting this?
It would have been I think the first one they did, I think this one, it would have been great for them to have called me first, because I reached out to them. I reached back out to them, and they didn't reach back out to me. So it's just kind of like, the publicist called me this morning. The publicist called me this morning and was like, we know these people. We know these people personally, and you reached out to them. I said, I didn't reach out to TMZ. TMZ found me. TMZ found me. I didn't reach out to them.
Because for me, with the neighborhood talk, if you want to be respected as a true journalist to get the full, you have to call the source back.
On both sides.
You have to call
on
and
both
get
sides.
a statement.
Which I think Kyle would do that. You know, I would think Kyle would do that, but I think Misha was the one who was doing the story, and I'm just shocked that she didn't reach back out.
Yeah, they have to reach, and that's something that Kyle have to do. Like, so it seemed like we have to get, because they show receipts, but you also got to explain the receipts, and it's only right to get your side.
Yeah.
Man, because like I don't know why a lot of black bloggers and they want to be respected as new black media, but you got to do the work, and they haven't. I'm surprised they have not called you. I'm shocked that I was the only one that kind of called you and reached out to you, other than TMZ.
Yeah, and I got Larry that's gonna call me later this evening to talk about it. You know, but it's just ridiculous what they're doing, man. It's, you know, luckily the legal paperwork is already moving, so I'm not really in fear on the legal side of it. And then I had a meeting with the bank president this morning. You know, there may be an opportunity there. We're searching out the legalities of what that would look like, but it's just a shame. It's a shame, but you know, if Misha's looking for my number, she can easily call me.
So it's just really something. So I'm definitely going to dive more into this. More people have to definitely talk about that. So we're doing our due diligence to do it, because you are actually doing the work. You're actually doing the work.
Yeah, we've been doing the work for a minute, and you know, for us to finally do something very public and very, you know, most people try to help gay people privately. You know, churches are just sending over a check to the Friends for Life organization, you know, to the local organization, your Abounding Prosperity organizations and stuff like that. But for us to come forward as a nonprofit and to do something with the LGBTQ community, and for them that team to just kind of rape us, it's just like, it feels like we've been raped. It feels like we've been raped. That's exactly how it feels.
Wow. Well, thank you. I'm gonna run this story and let everybody know, like, when I run it on the website, because you definitely, because the way TMZ did it was sloppy journalism. Like, it was very sloppy.
It was very sloppy.
It was very
even the picture that they used with Saucy was something I would have never done. The chicken and the fan is just completely disrespectful. I would have never done that. Would have never done that.
And they do that to get people to click to view the product. So
yeah, well, I just thought that was nasty. Even though Saucy owes us money, you know, I'm not here to be disrespectful. You know, I'm not here to do that.
Yeah, but thank you so very much, and hopefully that you come out and you respond to the people so they can hear, you know, get your understanding.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up under the Shade Room post, and I'll just leave a comment under my own self. And,
yeah, you know, I got you. I got your back, brother, because you're actually doing the work, and that needs to be broadcast more about your organization, about the work that you do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that, my friend.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so very much. So we have very exclusive information. We need to send this to TMZ. What was it? How do we send it to TMZ? I never sent on TMZ before. I never sent on the TMZ before. How to send it to TMZ? I told y'all, like, this is just the beginning of the Wiley Show. All right, I know how to send it to TMZ. I will send it to him. Thank you all so very much. I told y'all that the Wiley Show is on the other move. Okay. Hello.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
What's going on? You know what? I just had to call in for a minute because, child, you know, South Santana better get them kids their money back over there. I'm going to tell you why she needs to get them kids their money back. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna make this real quick and everything. But I work at Almy. This is my part-time job. I work 3 nights a week there, and they are really, really, really a great group organization to work for. And with that being said, baby, I live in Memphis, Tennessee, child. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of white judges and lawyers down here in Memphis that are LGBTQ plus in the law community down here. I know for a fact. Some are in the bushes and some are out the bushes. And in Memphis, I'm just gonna keep it real. Saucy, girl, you're gonna be a cackle down here in the courtroom. I'm just sorry. You ugly, you're big. They gonna laugh at you and they gonna double charge her. So if she had any sense, she'll get them kids take money back and let that go. Cause baby, it's still baby down here. It's still down south. They're not gonna play with her down here. When it comes to them people coins, and a lot of people support and they donate large throughout Memphis. The white people, just keep it real. That's who's donating to them. And they play with these kids' money down here. She's going to have to learn. Have a good one.
Thank you all so very much. Okay. This has been such an incredible. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you all so very much. Okay. We're going to run this back because we're going to run this back. Thank you all so very much for y'all massive support and showing us love. God bless you and thank you. If you want to contribute to our program, you can go $Marquise Wiley 28. You can donate to our program. Go to WileyTheTroll.com. We would love to see y'all back on the Wiley Show. We're going to run this back. Thank you all so very much because I didn't think that this Saucy Santana story was going to grow legs the way that it did. We're going to end it. We're going to come right back live. We're going to play this interview with the one Memphis promoter dragging Saucy Santana. And so we definitely going to do that. Wiley the reporter is here. And this is the first of many stories that we're going to cover here on the Wiley Show. The first of many stories. This is our time. Was it a good episode? Did y'all like the video? I know y'all going to drag me in the comments. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you're enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Thank you all so very much. Yet again, live in Dallas, Texas. Peace and blessings to you all. We're going to be right back. We're going to run this back because I know some people didn't get to see it. We're going to run it back. And y'all tag TMZ. Y'all tag these other places. Y'all tag everybody. Let them know. And if any YouTubers report on our story, give us credit. Come on now. We new black media. Okay? Give us credit. Did y'all enjoy the show? I got new people in here. Make sure y'all subscribe. All right. We breaking story and give us credit. You may not like Wiley, but if it's a good story is a good story. I mean, everybody on break, but they all watch it. But we got the exclusive here first. Did we get it? Baby, we got it before the church got it. The church, they busy. But we got that story. We got it. Okay? Shout out to all the brand new people in the chat, all the returning people. Yes, send emails with the video of the Wiley Show. Send the emails. This is what y'all have to do. Don't just send it to the YouTubers because, you know, they ain't going to talk about it. Especially without us. Send it to major publications. Send it to TMZ. All right? We'll be right back. All right, we've been on here for 3 hours. We'll be right back because I want to make sure I'm going to put that in a separate video. Okay, we will see y'all in the next video. I'm going to come right back. Hey, hey, hey.